The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers podcast, show number 311, being recorded on June the 21st, 2020. Happy Father's Day to everyone out there that's a father. Happy Father's Day to all of you out there, to you guys. Happy Father's Day to you. Co-host.
Happy Father's Day.
Hey, Gunny, and one of my hosts here, Gunny Chief, joining me from the West Coast to Best Coast. Welcome, Gunny, welcome.
Hello, happy summer to everybody. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. Oh, it is summer today, right? The first day of summer?
Yes.
Welcome to summer, people. Welcome to summer.
Time to stay in a game.
And from Little Ohio, coming in with, I don't know, Father's Day stuff. Happy Father's Day, Mayo.
Hey, what's up, Jesus?
Hello.
Hey, right back at you. Happy Father's Day.
Hello.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And we got a special guest, ladies and gentlemen. He is from Florida, yes. I think. Yeah. Woo! He also makes the outro music for the podcast. If you may have heard his music on our show before. Our special guest this week is Ricky Alfaras. Hey. Welcome, Ricky.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you. Very happy to be here.
Awesome.
It's great.
Awesome. Yeah, we're glad to have you here, man. I'm excited to have you on. And I want to thank you personally for the music you provide for the show. I mean, it really makes a difference. I like it when I switch it up, you know what I mean?
I like it too.
Yeah.
Nice stuff.
And shout out to MechMod as well. MechMod, we need you on the show one day, buddy. So, yeah, MechMod.
Come back to us, MechMod.
And Ricky.
Thank you, Ricky.
Thank you guys for the music.
Oh, sure, man.
And real quick, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on Twitter at _Horrible Gamers. You can also review on iTunes and thumbs up on Stitcher, Google Podcast reviews, all that shit. But you can also join our group, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community, on Facebook. It is a closed group, so that means anything you post in the group stays in the group. That's pretty much what that means. You do have to answer a couple questions to get in. They're not hard questions. It's nothing personal. It's just, you know, if we don't have the questions, then the bots join, and we've had that happen once. And I'm not the type of person that wants like a big group, you know, full of bots. You could have 20,000 people in a group, but if like 19,800 of them are fucking bots, you know, it's kind of useless. So, yeah, fuck all that. Right, Mayo? Right?
That's right. Screw all
All right,
that.
so join the private group, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community, and be a member of the exclusive club. And like our page on Facebook as well, where we post stuff like memes and shit, and when the show goes live. And real quick, I want to give a quick shout out to our friends over at Patreon or patreon.com/Horrible Gamers and support the show with the monies. They fuel what we do here. Mayo, they fuel what we do here.
Yes.
Thank you to Adam Sunday. I love you, buddy. You've been a Patreon since April 5th, 2018. You're amazing, Adam. Bill Gardner II, Brandon Willier, Brian Capessa, Chad, Evan Tanaka, Jake Vossen, also known as Commandalorian. I'm sorry I said your name, but it just came up first.
Shouldn't have done that.
Oops.
Jesse Kraft, John Jerome, Jonathan Big D Hall. Thank you, Jonathan. He's been a Patreon since February 21st, 2018. Thank you, Jonathan. M. Polo, MechMod, Native Lives Matters, Nipron, Pork Chapu, Robbie Wheat, Robert Noble, Sean Pacharek, Steve the Mayo, and Vader Holic. Thanks to all of you for being Patreons. I love all you motherfuckers. Every single one of you.
Yes, definitely.
All of you.
Oh, you forgot somebody.
Did I? Oh, shit. Who did I forget?
Did you?
Oh, fuck. Hold on. Let me check here.
There was somebody else, I think.
Who? Who am I forgetting? I got the list here. Am I not reading
Henley
the list?
M.
Oh, shit. Henley M. Henley. I love you,
That
buddy.
probably bounced. I heard that one bounced. I heard the funds didn't come through.
All right, let me check. Check if it bounced or not.
He's like looking. I didn't see it come through.
Look, Gunny, your payment didn't come through. I cannot say your name. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
Oh man,
I
I saw
love
that
you
leave my
guys.
bank account last week. Damn it.
I owe you. I owe you.
And thanks to everyone who's been a Patreon in the past
Thank
and
you, guys. I
Patreons
really appreciate it.
currently. I understand times are hard right now, especially with the whole coronavirus, the country being shut down. I know a lot of you are out of work, and it sucks. So shout out to all of you. I hope you guys find work soon. Hopefully you find something better than what you even had before. And yeah, shout out to all of you. And anyways, a quick shout out to Stitcher for using us to promote their stuff. You can sign up for Stitcher Premium, and when you get that, you get access to a premium subscription, of course, which gives you more access. So you get access to that, which gives you more access, Mayo, to exclusive content.
Oh boy.
Exclusive.
Holy shit. Exclusive
How
content.
exclusive? Really
Very
exclusive?
exclusive. This is super exclusive stuff, man. So you get a bunch of podcasts that you're not able to listen to otherwise. I mean, you can only listen, with their premium account. I believe they have partnership with a bunch of networks, including the Wondery Network. So there's some cool, true crime podcasts on there. One of my favorite is Generation Y. I really love those. Those dudes are, really fucking good at what they do. They go through crimes. A lot of them are current, like crimes that happened 5 years ago, like murders or kidnappings or whatever, and they talk about what happened, kind of what happened to the victims, what the killer did, or if they got away, how they got away with it, or if there's no evidence found, if it's a mystery still, if it's an open case. They go through it pretty fucking detailed, and some of it's pretty gruesome. But yeah, it's if you're into true crime stuff, that's a pretty cool podcast to listen to. And there's a bunch of other podcasts on there as well. You can sign up using promo code Horrible Gamers. That's Horrible Gamers with all caps, no spaces, and get yourself a free month of Stitcher Premium. That's use promo code Horrible Gamers when you sign up, motherfucker. All right? And you get a free month. Whether you sign up for a year or the month-to-month subscription, that's up to you. You use promo code Horrible Gamers to get yourself a free month of Stitcher Premium. And a quick shout out to Fowler and Twistix for the intro music to the show. It was a special remix for them. And shout out to Redbubble for having our stuff on their store. If you want to buy some HGP gear, simply search for Horrible Gamers over at Redbubble in the search bar. Click on the guy wearing our logo. You'll recognize it, we promise. And you could buy over 70 items in that store, such as a shower curtain, or some socks, or a towel, or a face mask, which seems to be a normal thing nowadays. So go get yourself some stuff, guys. Go. And girls.
You're going to need it.
Girls
I'm
and
there.
guys.
Already shopping.
Get that
too.
shirt.
Already
Get the
shopping.
stickers.
dude.
Whoa.
Nice.
Whoa. May already shopped it, guys. That looks pretty cool, actually. It's pretty dope.
I need a mug and a t-shirt.
Go get yourself
Next
a mug
time-
and a t-shirt.
Next time I'm on here, I'm gonna have a mug
And a t-shirt. And a t-shirt.
and a t-shirt.
Badass.
Get the mug.
Hell yeah. Go get yourself some stuff.
Watch.
And real quick, people, if you want a discount code, you can always sign up with either a junk email or just your regular email address. And Redbubble, they're pretty good about sending you coupons all the time for 30% off, 40% off. I don't know how they make money, dude, because they send me a promo every fucking week almost,
Yeah, I get
Take
that too.
40% off your next purchase. It's oh fuck, okay. It's kind of crazy. But
I really like you.
yeah, they really like me, I guess. Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about video games we've been playing this week. Guys and girls, I've been playing some stuff. I've played some more Red Dead Redemption 2, guys, online. That's RDO. Yeah. So,
Awesome.
I've been playing some Red Dead Redemption online. This is, of course, the newest game, Red Dead Redemption 2. I've been playing the online component of it, and I actually bought it's $10 or whatever for the Moonshiners, role. There's roles in the game, right? There's a bounty hunter role, a collector role, and a hunter role. Well, they've added a fourth role, and that's a moonshiner. So to become a moonshiner, you actually have to level up your trader role first. So to do that, you set up, go and kill animals and bring them back to camp. You give them to Crips, which is the guy that is in your camp, and he makes stuff out of that stuff, and then you go and you sell it off to a town. You deliver it to a town and you trade it or whatever. You get money off of it. But once you level that up to level 3 or something, or level 4 or whatever the fuck, you unlock the moonshiner role, and it's pretty much the same thing, except you're a moonshiner and you're making illegal alcohol. And some of the missions are really fucking cool. So pretty much, you got to avoid like they call them the revenue agents, like the revenue agents.
And there's that, and I think there's a rival family. I don't know what.
Yeah, there is. So the Braithwaites, which are part of the main campaign of the Red Dead Redemption 2, the Braithwaites actually have a moonshining operation of their own. So one of the people that used to work for the lady that's working with you, when she got arrested, he went and started a moonshining operation with the Braithwaites, which is like the rich family in the game. They have like a cotton farm and all this shit, like a huge plantation and all this fucking shit. And the Braithwaites are running their own moonshining distillery or whatever, and you're running yours, and they're your competition pretty much. And so like there's different missions as the moonshiner. You can go and do missions that like you go and you poison the other moonshiners like still or whatever. So you go to like find their camp, and you got to sneak in their camp, and then you got to like poison their the shit that they're making the fucking moonshine in, like
kettle,
the big ass thing, the pot,
whatever they're called.
You put poison in there or whatever, or sometimes you could just blow them up. You could just like if you get caught, if you're sneaking around and you like somebody spots you and it's like, oh fuck it, you've been spotted, like might as well just fucking blow them up, So
shoot it or throw dynamite at it.
Yeah. So you do whichever one. I mean. So I've been doing those missions, but there's actually also like a mini campaign with it. So there's actually story missions with it as well. For example, the other day I posseed up with a bunch of randoms, right? And it was a pretty cool posse, man, because the whole time we were playing, none of us ever spoke to each other, all right? None of us ever were on mic. We never chatted. We never typed anything. But we like all kind of played our role in the gang or whatever, right? So I was the leader. It was my posse, so I was the leader doing all the missions and shit. And then there was this chick, or this dude, maybe it could have been a guy playing as a girl, I don't fucking know. But this chick, she joined my posse, and she was wearing like a fucking dress. And then there's a black dude that joined my posse, and he was fucking running around with us. And this other dude that ran around with us. And we were pretty much doing like all these missions, and a lot of it were like bounty hunter missions. So like when we would go and get a bounty, it would be like fucking 4 of us running up, to a camp and fucking just shooting the shit out of everyone in the camp and fucking grabbing the person that was running away and arresting them or killing them. Sometimes we killed them. It depends, really. But I felt like a lot of my posse members were pretty psychotic, because what happened one time we were going to get a bounty, right? And this guy was wanted for murder or something. So we were chasing him down, and when I chased him down, I tackled him and I stabbed him. Well, then I kept stabbing him for like 100 times, and then my posse showed up, and then they like burned him, they shot him, they stabbed him.
Burn the witch. Yeah, it's like, it's bounty. You got a witch.
They're like fucking we're torturing him. I was like, holy shit! I
Got very accidental.
A bunch of fucking psychotic motherfuckers in my posse.
It's not a vampire, Jesus. Come on.
Yeah, I was like stabbing him over and over, and then he comes this dude with like a fucking like a shotgun and shoots him, and he catches on fire. I'm like, holy shit! And then what happened? Another time we caught like these 2 guys that were. I think someone wanted them dead. The whole mission was to just kill these 2 dudes or whatever. So like my guy, one of the guys in my posse legitimately grabbed this dude, tied him up, right? And then he dragged him with the horse. So he's dragging this guy with the horse. And I was like, where the fuck are we going? We were just following this dude for like 5 minutes. We were like following this guy. We're like, where's he taking him? And he like grabs this dude, he hog ties him or whatever. And the guy's still alive, and he's like, I'm going to kill you sons of bitches. He's all fucking pissed that we got him. And he walks over to this huge waterfall. I don't know. There's a huge waterfall in the game. But somehow my posse member knew where it was, and he walks into like the top of the waterfall. He grabs the dude that's hogtied and just fucking throws him over. I'm like, oh God, like a bunch of fucking psychos in my posse, dude.
That was planned.
But yeah, it was just a lot of random, like just dumb little shit like that we were doing. And I know they were probably laughing, and I was fucking laughing, It was just like, yeah, this is a bunch of fucking outlaws.
awesome.
just fucking causing a ruckus around the map.
Isn't that just the most amazing, intriguing thing about this game? What you just described, I can have a totally different outcome, or not outcome, but it just experience playing with friends or even randoms on Xbox.
Okay,
Yep.
they don't
Which is
randomly
so
burn
cool.
People.
Randomly stab
it's
somebody.
just awesome the way,
50
like,
times.
remember what I talked about how, we were just like shooting up a town and like,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
really different experience. Same story, same scenarios. Different experience.
Yeah, and there was a few other missions that we played as the Moonshiners. Like, there's one that's pretty cool. You show up like to this like boat, and then like when the guy shows up in the boat, and he's like, "Where the fuck is my wagon?" And then like this train shows up, and there's like 100. I'm not kidding you, like 100 of the Pinkertons or whatever. They jump out of the train like, "You're under arrest," and it's like, holy shit. So like my gang, like two of them took off on their horses, and they were fighting the guys on the ground, and me and this other dude jumped on the boat, and the boat is going down the river, and we got the Pinkertons chasing us on this fucking train and on horses. And there's like hundreds of them, dude. And we're just fucking having a huge shootout from the boat to the fucking, to like the fucking riverbank. And then my posse's coming up behind them, and I'm just seeing them fucking shooting people from the back. I'm like, this is fucking nuts. But it was a cool experience, man. The whole online mode, it's a lot of fun. I look forward to playing more of it. The one thing that I do not like about the Moonshiner role is that you do have to like unlock recipes and shit. So you have to like to make a certain type of moonshine, you gotta get like different types of berries and different types of things. And I really hate doing that in games sometimes where you have to find a certain type of berry.
So they do add fetch missions.
Yeah, so like for example, like if somebody
I haven't gotten that far.
Like somebody specifically wants like, I want this flavor of moonshine and I'll pay you this much more money if you give me this specific flavor. Well, then you unlock the recipe. First, you have to unlock the recipe, so then you learn it or whatever. Once you learn it, you have to go out and you have to find the berries, find like the certain type of alcohol or whatever, and then bring everything back to your cook and have him cook a batch up. And then you have to deliver it in the wagon. So also delivering it in the wagon, a lot of the times, like I said, it'll be like you're in the actual... When you're delivering stuff, you're actually in the world of the Red Dead Online. So after like a couple minutes, after I think it's a certain distance from your base, you pop up on the map as like an icon for every player on the server. It'll say like, this person is transporting illegal goods. You can stop them if you want to. So other players, if they're posseed up, they can come up to you and just rob your shit, So there goes all your fucking work, all that fucking preparing and making something to like get it stolen from somebody, That's shitty. I haven't got anything stolen from me yet, but I can see it happening eventually, where like you run into a server full of crazy people and they'll start robbing you.
So I think that
some help.
It has like there's two options, right? Jesus, there's the like, oh, I'm just going to bring it to like a local town, and then the other one is what you said, where you show up as, on the map on the as an icon. So
well, it also you're right, Gunny. So there's two different types of deliveries.
One pays more.
There's a local delivery and there's a standard delivery. So the local delivery is like a short distance. I think you still pop up on the map, but not as long because it's so short of a distance that there's not much of a risk there for you. You're going to get paid a lot less, though. The standard delivery, though, is you're going to go, like, across the map. Yeah. Like, you got to go, like, literally across the fucking map, up and down hills and mountains. And the thing is also your wagon, since you're carrying moonshine, it's in glass bottles. So if your wagon rattles a lot, if you, like, make crazy turns or, like, go off a fucking... side off the fucking road or something, like go down a fucking mountain, you're gonna break all your jugs and you get less money.
I noticed that with the local delivery. I think what they did is they sent AI after me, and literally it was only like 30 seconds into the mission that I did a local, and I was like, oh man, the AI's coming after me. But yeah, you have to like jump off the wagon, but put the brakes on first, and because if you're just up on that wagon trying to kill people, other people with just from the top of that thing, it's difficult. At least for me, it was. But
other than that, I mean, I've been having a blast with the game, so I'll continue to look forward to playing more. I mean, I need people to play with online. If you have it on PC, people, let's play.
I miss playing with you, Jesus.
Oh, it was so much fun, dude. I mean, I really need a
Jump in with
posse,
you, man.
I need a posse. I need a posse.
I'm ready to go now, Jesus. I'm
You ready to
settled.
go? All right, cool.
Yeah, this week.
We need some time to get together and play that because it's a lot of fun, dude. Like I said, the missions are really like thought out and shit. You know, like you find out the story of like this old lady that's working for you as the moonshiner lady or whatever, and like what happened to her and like why she hates this. There's a cop. There's this one cop. There's like a Pinkerton agent that she fucking hates him, and the reason she hates him was because like he like arrested her or something. Like he busted her one time, and he was chasing her for like 5 years or 10 years or something, and he could never catch her. Well, he finally caught her one day, and he tried to kill her. Like what they did was they like instead of arresting her, they lit her like building her cabin on fire or whatever.
Yeah.
And they threw her in there and locked the door, you know, to like burn her alive. But she survived, and that's why she hates him. She's like, I fucking hate that motherfucker. I'm gonna kill him one day. So like he's the one that's sending all these fucking agents after you and shit to come and arrest you, and they have like all these checkpoints on the road. So like if you're driving your wagon through, you can just like speed through it and they'll start chasing you, or like you can stop at the checkpoint and they'll like check out your wagon and be like, all right, you're good to go. Keep on going, and then you fucking go. Or sometimes they'll find the moonshine and you gotta fucking have a shootout with them. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty.
It is.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a strong story right there with her.
Yeah,
I
she's
gotta try that out.
Cool character.
I haven't tried that yet.
Yeah, check
I
it out.
haven't tried it at all.
And I wonder what else they're gonna add to the game. I mean, they've added the moonshine role. I wonder if they're gonna add like I don't know. They can add so much to it, right? I'm
curious if they're going to add any kind of, not that I would want it because they already have it in GTA 5, but any kind of gambling like they did with the first game.
Oh, right.
Well, I know they have poker and shit. Yeah, so.
Yeah, there's that. Yep.
Not to derail too much, but I'm kind of surprised they didn't have like Red Dead on the PS5 instead of GTA.
Yeah,
Like trying
that's
to
what
push,
I'm wondering.
push the newer game a little bit.
I thought they would have both.
But you know
GTA
why?
is so big.
You know why though?
already.
Because GTA makes so much money for them.
Yeah.
Literally
I think
every
Red Dead
year.
could too, though.
I think every year. I think they even said like last year, GTA 5 online made like over $1 billion for them.
Crazy.
I think since the game came out, it's made over like $10 billion or some weird fucking number like that.
That's why they can afford to give this thing away or sell it on the
Yeah.
cheap.
I just feel like Red Dead has the same potential, because it's just a Western. It's a little different, but
GTA has this. This one has been around for so long, man. It's just like it just keeps going. It doesn't go away.
Well,
it's like Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's.
Yeah. Last year, GTA made $500 million, and it was number 3. It was the 3rd best-selling game of the whole entire year.
Damn.
So there goes to show, like, there's no slowing down. And the thing about GTA, I think they know this, and this is why they keep updating it with the online, is every year you're going to get middle schoolers that become high schoolers. Every year you're going to get elementary school kids that become middle school kids. And they hear about this GTA, and they're going to keep buying the fucking game. They're going to keep fucking buying it. You know what I mean? Kids will keep hearing about it, and they'll keep wanting to play it, and they'll keep buying it. And they're just going to keep selling,
So do you think that's going to stop us from getting a new GTA anytime soon?
Yeah. Yeah, I really
right?
do. Yeah, I really do. I don't think we're going to see a GTA 6 for like
3 years.
More than that. I would say maybe 2025.
Yeah. That's what
I would say. Because as good as Red Dead Redemption 2 was, it wasn't no GTA. It was great, but like right now with all the shit going on in the world and political movements and stuff and the SJW shit, I mean, a lot of that stuff, it's going to affect games. Like we were talking last week with Michelle, like we'll never see a game like Mafia again. You won't. You just won't. A game that is blatantly that racist against everyone, like you won't never ever fucking see that again, ever. You know what I mean? And I don't even know what GTA could do in the future to like be that edgy. What can they do? They
can. Well, I want to use the word nerf it, but they would have to. Yeah, they'd have to change it to conform with. the new world.
I think the online is just a safe bet for them. They're making money on it. Just keep doing that. Let the players make their own narrative. Like that type of shit.
All right.
It makes it easier for them, anyways, because they don't do much. They just have a fucking server and let you do whatever you want in it.
That's it.
Yeah, keep selling those shark cards.
Yeah.
Hey, it's on sale this week.
But other than Red Dead Redemption 2, I've been playing some more games this week, of course. I tried and go back and play some VR, and there's a problem with my VR.
Uh-oh.
I cannot get it to display a video on my headset. Everything else works. The audio, I can hear the audio. Everything works except for the video. Like, there's no display on the headsets. Like, I put on the headset, and my microphone is picking up on it. My headphones work on it. But the video, it doesn't work. And I tried everything, Mayo. Don't tell me that I did something wrong, motherfucker, because I've tried everything. I updated the drivers. Listen, I updated the drivers, right?
That's always step one, right?
Update the drivers. I uninstalled Oculus, reinstalled the app. I fixed the app 5 times. I unplugged the cable, replugged the cable into the headset. I've unplugged everything, replugged everything back in. I've restarted the computer. I've updated the computer. Everything, literally everything that I could possibly do that I've looked at forums.
Did you drop it?
And I don't know.
Did you drop the headset?
Nope. I haven't done nothing to it that's broken it. Literally,
you
like
maybe got a kink in the cord somewhere and you broke a wire, maybe, or
no, because that wire is pretty thick, and
it is.
So like, I don't think it would be that. I just don't know what the fuck it is, and it's just. And like the headset will display, like, when you have it sitting down, when you plug it in, it turns on the Oculus app. Obviously, the computer recognizes the headset's connected because the app turns on.
So it's just
and I go to launch it, and it doesn't display anything. And even on Steam VR, so I try to launch it just through Steam VR. I was like, you know what, maybe if I bypass Oculus, maybe it's the Oculus that's not working. No, Steam also said there was an issue. Like, Steam will launch, and they'd be like, okay, launch it in VR. And it would be like, Steam encountered an issue with your headset. Please refer to whatever the fuck manual or some bullshit and fix your problem. And I was like, what the fuck? So I don't know, dude. It's kind of shitty that I'm having issues with it. Fortunately, though, I did buy the warranty for it. So if anything,
Good.
I'll just go.
Maybe you can find another one.
I'll go return it and exchange it or something. Yeah, that's the problem, though. I know if I go to Best Buy and like give it back to them, they'll give me my money back and they'll be like, yeah, good luck finding another one. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna find one.
Just be safe too. Have you tried plugging anything else into the port that you're plugging the Oculus in to make sure that port didn't die?
The monitors.
Okay.
I switched out the monitor and it worked. The monitors were working fine. So it's not the port. It's not the graphics card. I don't know what the fuck it is, really. What can I know? But that's the story of my VR experience. Maybe I should try it again. Maybe it'll work now. I don't know. I haven't tried it like in a few days, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll give it a shot against this week.
Is there also a way, Jesus, just to go factory reset? Is that something you tried?
Oh, that's a good one.
On what?
I don't know. I just assumed that Oculus had some feature like that.
No.
Or for Mayo talk about updating drivers.
Yeah, not really.
It's just an app that you log into. It's kind of like a launcher. You log into a launcher.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. Unless a launcher, the Oculus launcher.
Okay.
No, there is no reset.
So if you go in the Oculus files on your PC.
Oh, you're breaking up big time, Mayo.
Mayo has frozen on us.
Yeah,
you
Mayo.
are frozen.
Well,
Bye, Mayo.
Bye, Mayo.
Well, that's a good pose, though.
Yeah, right. It's like it.
Anyways. Besides all that, besides the Oculus headset, besides the problems having with that, I've played a new game this week. I played some Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, man. That game.
Last of Us 2, guys. So it came out this week, of course. But, so the game opens up pretty good. It reminds me a lot of Red Dead. It really, really does. Like, playing this game, it reminds me a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2. The story, where like everything's just very cinematic. It's very, very slow, very cinematic.
Did it get you?
But I loved it from the beginning, man. I was like, you know what, like I'm in, dude. Like I remember this shit. I remember what happened. I'm fucking in it. And I really like the direction they took with the zombies this time around. It feels like the zombies Like every time I run into a zombie, it's like very tense. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's not like a regular zombie game where like you run into zombies, you're like, fuck, I'm gonna kill this zombie real quick. Like no, like these zombies, it almost feels like real. You know, like I react to them kind of like if I would in real life. You know, like oh shit, like I gotta fucking sneak up behind this fucking thing right now and kill it. You know, it's like oh shit, you know, or the clickers or whatever. You know, you run into these big ass.
They make.
Yeah, you run into these zombies, man, and they're super violent. Like these zombies, Mayo. In the first game, I don't know if you ever played the first one, Mayo, or not.
No, I've missed out on these.
You're fucking missing out big time, brother. But the first game, they have like these zombies, like there's the zombies, right? And then there's these more advanced zombies that are like stage 4 of the infection or whatever. And like stage 4, they're the clickers, and they cannot see because their face blew up into like this fungus type shit. Is like all fungus on their face, but like so they can't see, but they use noise to like track their prey or whatever. So like
a sonar kind of thing.
Yeah, literally a sonar. So when you run into one of these clickers, you hear like they make these weird like clicking.
That noise
like
is awesome.
Like a clicking, like it's a very creepy, like a clicking noise, like it's super creepy, man. Like you got to look it up.
Is it like a predator click? Kind of
yes,
like that.
It's it's just like the Predator. Yeah, like the movie The Predator, kind of, but
okay.
But like that, but like amplify that and make it creepy, dude. Like make it really, really creepy, and they're like screeching, like fucking, and they'll like fucking like walk around, and then I'm playing it on hard, so I don't know if it changes on normal, but on hard, these motherfuckers, you know, like they'll be walking, right, and then they stop and they make like the clicking noises and the screeches, and then like I'm sneaking up behind it thinking, oh, this is my moment, I gotta sneak up behind it, you know, and then all of a sudden the fucker will turn around and be facing me, and he'll be like clicking, I'll be like, oh shit, don't move, Jesus, don't move. Or like sometimes, you know, like I'll be trying to sneak up behind it, and like I'll just move a little bit too fast, and the fucker will turn around real quick, and like they'll start sniffing the air and like fucking making these clicking noises, and they're looking right at you, but they can't see you. But then next thing you know, they like notice you, dude. And if these fucking things run at you, Mayo, they run fucking quick. They go fucking nuts. They just chase you like constantly. They just will not give up chasing you, dude. So you gotta like
I'm
fucking.
They're hard to kill too. Then
they're not easy to kill. You gotta shoot them in the head, or you gotta like melee them, but you cannot just kill him with like one hit melee. Like you have to like hit him a bunch of times as you're meleeing them. But if they grab you once, they kill you. So you got to dodge. You got to press L1 to dodge. So as they're swinging at you, you know, they're swinging his hands at you. You got to fucking press L1 at the right moment to fucking dodge, and you got to punch him back in the face, and you got to pull out your gun or something, dude. And the problem with this game is that the ammo is very limited, dude. Like at most, the most ammo I've ever had in the whole fucking game was like 7 bullets, dude. And that was a lot of ammo. And you know what? I ran out of that all the ammo in my I ran out of all the ammo and all my guns in one scene.
I'm playing this in baby.
That makes it hard. I remember like some of the Resident Evil games, dude, where you're so limited in your ammo, and you're just like don't want to use it, but you don't. You know you have to. Like
in this moment. So the moment that happened was, so me and the girl that you're in the game with, we're going to this this building, and we had just gone to the building, and we're leaving the building. We're going to our garage, and as soon as you close the door behind you, like the door slams shut or something, all the zombies in the garage just fucking turn at you. And like, so you got runners, which is like the stage 1 infected, though the runners are really fast. They're kind of like the zombies from like 28 Days Later. You know, like those type where they run really fast and they like jump
World
fences.
War Z type stuff.
One of my
like
movies.
They jump fences and shit, but like World War Z, Mayo, but more like 28 Days Later, because they're more vicious. Like these motherfuckers are vicious. They're like, it's not like World War Z zombies where you just shoot them in the head once and they die. Like these fucking things take bullets, dude. Like you fucking could unload a clip into one of these guys and they won't go down, dude. They just keep coming at you, man. So like you got like 5 runners coming at you, and then you got like 3 clickers coming at you, and so I'm pulling out my pistol, right? I pull out my second pistol. I'm running out of fucking ammo. And the problem is when these runners, dude, they'll run at you. They don't run at you in a straight line. All of a sudden, they'll shift to the side. So you're trying to take a headshot at them, and boom, like you shoot at him, and the fucker real quickly he'll just dodge your fucking bullets, you know, like just fucking move to the side and dodge your bullets, and you're like, oh shit. So then it's pretty intense because sometimes they'll like run at you and they'll like fucking slam you against the wall. So you're like fucking slammed against the wall, and you're trying to like all of a sudden a little prompt will pop up. It'll like say like tap square really fast. So you're trying to tap square, and your fucking Ellie is struggling, and the thing's trying to bite your face off, and then the other person that's with you, I think her name is Dina or something like that, she'll come up behind the zombie and grab him real quick, and then you can like help her out and stab it in the face or something, and then you guys got to keep fighting all these fucking zombies. And the thing is, like, I have multiple rifles, so I have like a rifle and like a shotgun, so like I have the rifle equipped, but if you run out of ammo with the rifle and you want to switch over to the shotgun, you can. The problem is to switch over to the shotgun, you have to like hold the D-pad to the left, hold like square, press up on the D-pad. So as you're doing all this, she's like kneeling down, opening up her backpack, pulling out the shotgun, putting the rifle back on the fucking backpack. So like all these zombies are running at you, you're doing all this shit during this fucking scene, and it's insane, dude. Like your blood is pumping. You're like, holy fucking shit, that just happened. Like, what the fuck? You know, and I barely made it out. I think I died like once or twice, and then I finally fucking made it out of there, dude. And it's like, fuck me, dude. Like, that was fucking crazy.
When you mentioned 28 days later, zombies, like, I'm already sold on that. Those are like my favorite zombies.
Yeah, they're fucking quick.
They come at you. It gets really hectic.
Really fast. like the thing is, you don't think they're very fast at first because they're just kind of like moaning, and they're kind of like they'll like walk really slow, and they're kind of shambling around a room, you know, like just kind of like a lot of them sound like they're crying, like they're actually like crying. Yeah. Like that's what it sounds like a person crying, and then all of a sudden, but if they notice you, dude, you're fucking done, man. You gotta either run or like fight them, and it's fucking hard, dude. Like, and like what's pretty cool though, like say like you're running through a room or like one of them's running at you, you can real quickly run by like a glass bottle or a brick or a rock and grab like the glass bottle and throw it at them really fucking quick, and it'll kind of stun them for a second. And if they stun them for a second, you can run out to them really quickly and stab them really fucking like a shitload of times in the gut, like just like fuck, it's like a murder, like just fuck, you fucking stab him and then you kill him and then they go fucking nuts. But man, the game is intense, dude. The gameplay is fucking crazy. There's been moments in the game where I'm like, wow. It's just like, wow, I can't believe this happened. I can't believe that happened. And then like a lot of also like very cool, and like I noticed that they put love into the game, and there's a lot of thought out scenes and areas in the game. People are complaining. I know that some people are complaining that, oh, it's not really, it's open world, but all it is padding. And you know what? I don't give a shit. I don't care if they pad the game. If the game is padded with 50 hours of just open world, nothing to do, just explore, I'm doing it. I was in Seattle, the first few, like one of the first areas you go to, kind of, and I went to every building, every fucking building. I was opening every drawer. I did the same thing. Every drawer, every building that I could go into, I would go into it. I would explore, you know, and I found some zombies in some crazy areas that made me, like, literally made me jump. One of them really fucking scared me, like, made me jump. But, like I'm just exploring the world, and I'm enjoying the conversation that Ellie is having with Dina. You can tell like they're getting to know each other the more you play the game. Like they're starting to know each other better. And I think she's Ellie's girlfriend. I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing because they're like in the beginning of the game they're kind of dating, but not really, or something like that. You know, they kind of like have like a thing or something. But now I'm more deeper into the game, and some shit has been brought to light about Dina or whatever. And Ellie, you know, and so it's like all these things are coming up, you know, and it's like, whoa, what the fuck, you know. But, dude, I'm loving it, man. And, like, the enemies, the people, what's really interesting is the people in the game, like the actual humans that are your enemies, they're just as brutal as the zombies. Those motherfuckers will catch you, and they'll torture you, and they'll beat the shit out of you, and they'll kill you, you know. And they're very smart too. Like when they're actually searching for you, in an area, it seems like a real person would they're searching like a real person would search. They're not doing like the stupid video game pattern, you know. Like there's no pattern to them.
Back and forth.
I heard something. And they go look over there. Yeah.
What was that? Yeah, yes, there's some patterns to some of like the areas, you know, like obviously if you're in a fucking courtyard, they're gonna walk a square around the courtyard or whatever. But like for the most part, a lot of them, like, because I was walking to the city, there was these patrols, you know, like random patrols around the area that were just patrolling the city, and you have to get past these guys, and you just hear them walking by, and they're kind of like either they'll be talking about you, like who they're searching for, or they'll be talking about their own life, you know, be like, hey, do you remember what happened the other day between you and so? And they're like, oh yeah, what about it, you know, and they're just kind of like bullshitting, you know, about whatever, you know, and then what's really interesting though is like one of the things that happened to me earlier today was I was on the rooftop, and these two guys and a girl came down, and they were looking for us. They were looking for me and the girl Ellie and Dina. They were looking for us, and they were talking. This guy was talking to this girl, and he was asking her about something about the patrols or something that they were doing. And I had jumped up and I had stabbed the girl in the neck, like the girl that he was talking to. I had killed her. I stabbed her in the neck, right? And then, like, he was like, hey, so what do you think about that? And then she didn't respond, right, because she's fucking dead. And he's like, hey, are you still over there? And awesome. then, so I was hiding again underneath this thing. And he's like, hey, are you fucking with me? And then he, like, started walking towards the last location where he heard her talking. And he found her dead body. And he's like, oh, shit, what the fuck? You know, he started freaking out, you know, like holy shit, she's dead. What the fuck, you know? And it's pretty cool to see that, like they actually react to you killing somebody off that they're talking to. And they're like, wait, why the fuck are you not responding? You know, like what the hell's going on? You respond, motherfucker, you know? Like, why you stop talking to me all of a sudden? You know, not like most video games where, like, the AI would just keep talking or whatever, you know? Or they would just keep walking. This AI, they actually respond to that type of shit, you know.
Cool details.
Yeah, cool little details, man. The HDR looks great in this game. Lots of like really cool lighting effects that they've done in this game, where like they'll have like silhouettes or like fucking these like red, like really dark hallway, and like a light will be shining through a door, and it looks really fucking cool and creepy. You know, you're like, oh fuck, there's something down there that's big or something. You know. There's a new type of zombie. I will not spoil it for you, but there is a new type of zombie in the game. Very fucking cool looking zombie. Very brutal zombie. It's just a lot of cool shit, man. The game, it's very dark. The murder, like the way you kill people, dude, is very dark. Like you're stabbing people in the throat. You're like fucking, you're shooting people. Like there was another scene that happened to me earlier today where I was in a gunfight with a bunch of guys. Like there was like 10 of them. And we were in this huge gunfight. So I'm like having this huge gunfight with them in this place. And the last guy, I shot him in the chest once, right? And he like stumbled, because when you shoot him in the chest, they'll like stumble a little bit, you know, and they'll keep shooting back. And I shot him twice in the chest, and he dropped his gun. Like he just like fell on his knees and he dropped his gun. And then like he like started crawling away, and he's like, you fucking coward bitch. You won't fucking do it, you know, you won't fucking kill me. You know, just do it, you fucking coward. And you could like walk up to them and you could just let them bleed out, you know, you could just like watch them bleed out, or you could just fucking finish them off real quick. And I was like, that's pretty cool, and that's a cool touch. And that's something, yeah, that's something that we saw in Red Dead, that I saw in Red Dead too, you know, where you know, the characters will bleed out slowly and they'll talk shit to you the whole time they're bleeding out. You know, it's super cool, man. Like, it's a very dark game. You find a lot of like secret little notes and stuff. You know, like I found one that was very sad. That was like a little kid writing a note to Santa Claus. I was like, damn, that's sad. This is fucking sad. Holy shit.
It's like in the maybe like 20 minutes in the game already.
Yeah, that's very beginning of the game. Yeah, so
early.
Man, it's so cool though, man. I really like the bad guys. It makes sense why they're the bad people or whatever, and why you hate them. It all makes sense, you know. Like it's a very tight story, and all the things that I'm experiencing with it are fucking cool, dude. Like, I love the crafting. I love how tense some of the moments are with like the clickers, the fucking clickers, dude. I fucking hate those things. Those things are so brutal, man. It's so hard to get by sometimes too. You know what I mean?
I know they had them in the first game. They're just better looking, or they act differently in this one. I vaguely remember from what I played.
And they they just sound better too. It's just
audio. They
works.
They did something with the zombies in this game, dude. Where the zombies in this game, when you get like a horde or like a bunch of them that are chasing you, you really feel like you're fucked. Like you feel like I am fucked right now. I am so fucking fucked that I'm probably gonna die right now. I'm fucking dead. Like it don't matter if I turn around and start shooting these things, they're gonna kill me. They're not gonna, like I'm fucking done. And there was a scene in the game where we were running away from an enemy, and the human enemies, like there was a squad of like enemies that came into this room with me. But in that room, there was also like 6 clickers. So there's like 6 clickers and like 5 human, like human enemies. Like they're looking for you. They have guns and shit. And they're looking, like, where the fuck are these motherfuckers? They know they came in here. So what I did was I grabbed the brick and I threw it in the middle of the group of the enemies that were in the room. And all the clickers just fucking turned real quick, and they heard the noise, and they all started walking over there. And they're like, "Oh shit, they noticed us!" And next thing you know, for like, I'm not kidding you, for like 5 minutes, all I see is like the AI, the humans, like running away from the clickers, and the clickers chasing them, and they're like shooting at the fucking clickers, and the clickers are killing some of them, and some of them are falling on the ground. The clickers are eating them and shit. And it's like, whoa, dude, that's super cool that I turned them against. Yeah, like it's pretty cool that I was able to turn them against each other, and just fucking watch the mayhem unfold.
Yeah. On Doom, I used to sit there and do it, and I'd try to get them to fight each other, and they would actually kill each other, and nothing would respawn. So it was kind of nice. You could kind of use your advantage. Sometimes you could stay at a distance, and then like 2 of them would be fighting each other, and you kind of let one kill the other one, so you didn't have to deal with it, And so then you just drop back in, and that's awesome.
That's pretty much what happened. Touch. Yeah, so like that type of stuff. I was happy that I was able to pull it off. I think the first time I did it, I tried to kill one of the clickers, and it just like noticed me, and it just ran at me. So when it ran at me, I ran towards the enemy. So then I was getting shot at by like the humans, and then I was being chased by the clickers, and it was like mayhem, dude. And I was like, oh, fuck this. And then I died because one of the clickers grabbed me and killed me. So I thought the second time when I reloaded the checkpoint, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to throw something over there. Hopefully the clickers notice. And it did. It fucking worked. Hold it off.
Everything. That's the thing with that. Everything works in that game. Like all the mechanics, it's like they work. Yeah. And they work really well. Yeah.
I fucking love it, dude. What do you think so far of the game, Ricky? I mean, I know you've been playing. How far are you? Are you pretty far into it?
No, I'm about maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours in. And I'm actually playing it on a regular launch PS4.
Oh, wow.
And, dude, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Does it sound like a jet engine?
Nothing. No noise. That's what I don't understand. Oh. Like I hear people saying, "Oh, my PS Pro sounds like a jet engine and stuff." Dude, no noise. No noise at all. But I'm about 2 hours in. The game just like grabbed me. I mean, 10 minutes in, it put like a little tear in my eye because it's just the acting. Like you could see, like it's just like how much love they have for each other, but the way that they show it to each other, it's different than how we would do it and stuff, And it's just, man, I highly recommend that game. I mean, I've been pretty picky, but this game, it's really good. I think everyone needs to.
Yeah.
So, right.
One thing that I will say about this game that is really made me think is playing this game. Every time I play it, and even today when I was playing it, it solidifies my decision to want to buy a PS5 over an Xbox Series X. Because the storytelling that PlayStation does, Xbox does not even get close to that storytelling. Like, the storytelling is just night and fucking day, dude. You know what I mean? It's like, it just doesn't compare, dude. Like, not even Hellblade, like Senua's Sacrifice. Like even, you know how there's a new one coming out, right? And everyone's losing their shit because there's a new game coming out. It's Xbox exclusive or PC or whatever. But even that game, like, I don't think they could pull off what they've pulled off with this series or what Naughty Dog pulls off in their stories. I don't think they can. I just haven't seen it from Microsoft or any other studios lately. And I don't think they really can. Maybe they can. Maybe they just haven't had the right kind of story to tell yet. But it's just, you cannot compare to the storytelling that PlayStation is doing with, like, not just The Last of Us, dude, but with Uncharted, with God of War, with even Days Gone. Like, so these stories are fucking good. Like, the stories are all great fucking stories. Like Horizon Zero Dawn. All these games, you know, like I look at the games for their gameplay. Yeah, the gameplay is fun. But at the same time, like, The Last of Us, man, I play it for the story, dude. I really am. Like, I really want to know what's going to happen to Ellie, what's going to happen to her girlfriend or whatever, what's going to happen to this person, to that person, you know. How is this all going to unfold in the end, you know? What does this all come down to, you know? Who's the bad people? Are you the bad people, or are the enemies really the bad guys, or are you the bad guys? You know, like I want to know all this shit, you know.
Yeah, Xbox, I think, has a really long way to go, I guess. Well, because they haven't came out with anything in a long time.
Yeah,
like a
new IP, but they do have that new studio. I think it's down in Los Angeles or San Diego.
Right, but I think it's going to they have a lot of pressure now, I guess. I mean, after one game after another with the PS4 here, right? They have a new console coming out, right? Next month, they're going to show, let's see what they show, right? But it's going to have to be like really good games.
You know, not only for their next console, because I think that, you know, Jesus, a year ago I would have given you a hard time, like, you got to stay green, man, stay with Xbox. But now we have that Xbox launcher on PC, so now you have that. You don't have to get an Xbox, and you know, and they can look and say, hey, look here, PS4 people, like, if you also have a PC or whatever, or you're just a PC person, grab this app. You've got Game Pass, and here you go. Here's all these games on the PC. No need for an Xbox. But I hear what you guys are saying. Yeah, hopefully, I'm really hopeful that this new studio, and also Turn 10, is it, down over in the UK, with them making, hopefully, hey, maybe it's not a Fable game, maybe it's a new IP, you know, so something more story focused, like, because I agree, PlayStation knocks it out of the park with these games.
Yeah.
I wonder what causes, you know, everybody says, you know, it's a storytelling from Sony games. It's, you know, you hear it all the time. I wonder, you know, Microsoft has all this money, why they can't get this storytelling. I wonder if, like, Sony uses, like, you know, because they have all these movie production studios and stuff that are using their movie people, their writers and stuff like that. But you think Microsoft could just throw money out there and get some writers and get some stuff in there to make good content like that. And I don't understand why there's such a divide. And it seems pretty clear. Even me looking on the outside, that's all I ever hear about the Sony stuff is the writing's so good, the storytelling is so good, and you don't have that on the Xbox. And so I just wonder what Microsoft misses that they can't do that.
Here's what I think it is. They just don't have a Naughty Dog. You know, they don't have a Sony Studios that, you know, that does that. And who knows, maybe they looked at that prior to, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here, but they're coming from an Xbox here, that maybe they, prior to Phil Spencer becoming head of Xbox, where it was, we don't need that. We've got Halo, we've got Gears, and Forza, and we're good. You know, like they said, we're making money and we're fine. You know, they were probably content, but they probably see now that, like, maybe
more on the action side, they're like, we'll just give them action. Who cares about story? Yeah. Maybe they just wanted to focus on that. Maybe, I don't know, because you do think about their series, you know, their IPs is, you know, Halo and Gears and that stuff, and a lot of that stuff isn't story based. I mean, it has a story, yes, but you're playing it for the action, or you're playing it for the multiplayer.
Yeah,
you know, so maybe they just wanted to focus that way. And
I hope so, because Halo, the last one that came out, wasn't that good either.
No.
Right? Like a lot of people didn't like the campaign at all. Compared to the ones
multiplayer
that
is
Bungie
what you expected, and
because Bungie did a real good job. You know, you play a Halo game and it's like you just get into it, you know, but it's like it's missing something, you know, that special sauce in there that Bungie had. But let's see what they come out with. I don't know, next month, right?
Hey, you had who was it? I forgot her name. I think she was with 343 for a short time. And this
Bonnie
was like
Ross,
between.
Bonnie Ross.
Yeah. No, Bonnie's been there from the beginning, I think. She might have come from Naughty Dog, but I think she kind of came in at the tail end of.
I don't know.
Yeah, she was coming in for, I want to say it was for the Halo TV show, but also working at 343. And remember, she left just quietly, I'm just kind of moving on. But it was like,
maybe she brought up ideas and they didn't fucking like him. Maybe they were like, you know what? No, we're not gonna go with that. And she was like, you know what? Fuck you guys.
Yeah, right. I'm sure the money wasn't an issue, but yeah, they probably paid her enough. But
I'm just
didn't pan out.
I just want to know what's going on. Why? Because this. I'm not kidding, man. Playing this game, it really has solidified my decision. I want a PS5 because I know Naughty Dog is going to make a new Uncharted, or even if it's a new fucking IP, if it's made by Naughty Dog, it's probably going to be good. Like Naughty Dog is like Rockstar Games. They could make anything. They could literally fucking make anything and release it, and I'll probably like it. That's how good their
Jesus, coming
are.
From when I first got this PS4, and and the one game that I thought that just wouldn't, I thought it would be something else. I thought it would be really God of War that I would stick with, but Detroit Become Human. If they announced a Detroit Become Human, and that's a third-party studio, if I'm correct on that, that was wow. If they announce a 2, and that's going to be a timed exclusive for a year, I'll have to pick up the PS5 as soon as it comes out.
Yeah.
To play this game.
Yeah, they got all these exclusives, man. That's just, to me, it's kind of crazy that, and yeah, you can talk about Forza. Yeah, Forza looks cool. Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, Halo. Yeah, Gears. But I feel like that isn't cutting it anymore. I feel like us older people want stories and shit too,
That's why I'm hoping next month, they announce some good stuff. I mean, I've always played Xbox, and then I got into PlayStation, and I got Xbox again. But those PlayStation games are amazing. They just.
Oh, no. I agree.
I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
We'll hopefully we'll find out not in the next week or two, but hopefully going forward into 2021.
Yeah, but I'm really loving the game though, man.
Week.
Red Dead Redemption, Last of Us 2. I mean, it's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. It reminds me so much of Red Dead because it has horses and it's fucking slow and shit like that sometimes. But honestly, I really think that everyone should play. Gunny, you should play this game, dude. Honestly.
I'll definitely pick this up. Yep.
Yeah, just get it.
Honestly, just get it.
I just haven't gotten it due to late. I just put the PS4 back in the living room so the kid can play his Beat Saber. So I'll just play it there on the Hobo 1080p TV.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, man.
That's great, man. I mean, I have the Xbox One X, and I have the LG OLED TV and all that stuff, So I was like, oh man, I never upgraded my PS4, But I got the game anyways, and I'm so happy with how it looks.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man.
So
we'll see. I don't know how they did it. I'm not sure how they did that.
And not just that, but this month we have The Last of Us 2, and then next month we have Ghost of Tsushima coming for the PS4.
So another hit.
So I'm hoping that game is good too. You know what I mean? I hope that they really knock it out of the park with that game because that game looks really fucking cool too. So we'll see. We'll see what they do with that. But yeah, Mayo. This game is incredible, dude. Just play it if you can somehow. I don't know how you can.
Yeah,
just figure it out.
I'll find a PlayStation somewhere. The thing is, you can't find them in the stores. It's kind of like the Wii. Or not the Wii, but sorry, the Switch.
Yeah, it seems to me that the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, it seems to me like the Microsoft and PlayStation both really slowed down the manufacturing of both of those. And they're just really hard to find right now. You cannot find a PS4 Pro anywhere, dude. Or an Xbox One X. Try to go find an Xbox One X at the store.
Right.
It's pretty fucking difficult right now to find an Xbox One X. Like, you just can't.
No.
I'm sure there's a couple Xbox S pallets over at your local Costco, though.
The S,
I really don't know. I haven't been.
The S is super easy to find. Like, I could get an Xbox One S. I'm talking about the Xbox One X. Like, that thing's fucking hard to find, dude.
Now, being devil's advocate here, could this possibly be being done on purpose? Ramping down the production?
Oh, definitely.
Letting that backstock get cleared out, because if they would have had a full backstock, in all the stores and these new consoles come out, that stuff doesn't sell.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're kind of maybe strategizing a little bit and saying, let's just slow this stuff down a little bit. Corona, we can't produce very many right now, so let's just sell out what we got and kind of let that die out. I wonder.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, so yeah. But that's all I really played this week, man. I look forward to playing more of The Last of Us 2. I really am just enjoying that fucking game. It's just fucking, it looks so good too. It looks really good. And it's a cool looking game. And there's so many accessibility options in the game. There's so many different options that I've never seen in other games that are very unique to this game. That anything from like the game will read out everything to you. It'll you can have a bunch of audio settings in there. You have not just that, but like even difficulty settings. Like, you can legitimately go into the difficulty settings and you can be like, I want a lot of resources, but I want the enemies to be super easy. And then I want the zombies to be super hard, but I want my shooting to be super easy too. And I want, there's 6 different difficulty settings you can switch, and it'll just be a custom difficulty for you, you know what I mean? And another thing that I noticed, that the game has no difficulty trophies. So you can beat the game on easy and still get all the trophies in the game. There's no oh, we're gonna not let you get the platinum trophy because you didn't play it on impossible or whatever. Like they just let you do whatever the fuck you want. And like I said, you can go in there and say you get tired of running out of ammo. You're tired of having 3 bullets in your gun. And you're like, you know what?
Resident Evil.
I just want to have a lot of fucking bullets. And then you can just put it up to where your resources are maximum, where you get plenty of resources, every time you find bullets, instead of finding 1, you find 5 or whatever, so there's
what is that option? I saw somebody put it on Twitter where is it restart checkpoint and it'll show you the amount of time that you lost?
Yeah,
right?
It shows the amount of time since your last checkpoint. So you can go in the pause menu and say you're going to reload the checkpoint to the previous checkpoint. It'll be 2 minutes have gone by since you've been in the checkpoint. So if you're going to die or if you reset to that checkpoint.
That's cool. That's a nice little feature.
Yeah. There's that. And
Especially
I think also
you want to play it on hard. But I'll play it on baby mode, so I'll be okay.
There's that, and there's what else is there? There's a cutscene. During cutscenes, if you pause the cutscene, you can just restart the cutscene. You don't, you know what I mean? It doesn't just skip it or anything. You can just be like, I want to restart the cutscene, and it goes all the way back to the beginning of the cutscene. In case you missed something, or you walked away, or somebody said something to you and you missed something. There's that. But yeah. Good stuff.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. The one thing, though, that I will say, we need SSDs on the new consoles.
Yeah, loading times.
The loading time. So, something happened today where the game, because I was playing it where, the instant resume, where, you just turn the game back on and it picks up where you left off. For some reason, mine shut down the game completely. My PS4 just must have turned off the game or fucking whacked out or something, and it shut the game off and it restarted it. So when I went to when I went to continue the story, or it says continue your game, I put continue, I was on that loading screen for 3 minutes probably. Maybe less, but it felt like 3 minutes. It was a long time. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, it's crazy when you get used to the loading times of a regular SSD, and then you go to these consoles that don't have it. And I had this Xbox here, and the load times. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. And I know it's not long. I know if you're used to it, you're used to it. But when you're used to having faster load times, it's crazy. It's just
Okay, this is what we do, Mayo. Okay, welcome to Xbox, Mayo. So now put the controller down, Mayo. Now this is where we go get a sandwich and we get a drink.
Or your cell phone.
Look at your phone.
Yeah, Ricky says, make a phone call. Go out and pay some bills.
Yep.
Run some errands.
But yeah, that's all I've been playing this week, guys. What have you been playing, Mal?
Oh man, I am finishing up a very busy week, Jesus. So I am pretty much officially all moved into my new place.
Nice.
And in this whole process, probably the biggest thing that came out of this was brand new PC. So got this new PC all put together. And, I was like, oh, I'll have like all week to kind of put this thing together. And then the one day I started messing with it, I ran into a big snag with the cooler for the CPU, Jesus. So I have a liquid cooler, closed loop cooler like most people buy anymore these days. And they have two hoses that come out of the one side of the cooler. Well, this motherboard, the way the orientation of the RAM is so close to where the CPU is, you can't put the hoses on the right side where they should be. And because they hit the RAM and then you can't put the RAM in the computer. So then I'm like, well, what am I going to do? So I have to turn my cooler and turn it basically 180 degrees to the other side. And so the hoses are over there. Well, the thing was that I ran into, this one has a digital display on the cooler. And so my digital display was upside down. So I'm like, oh no, how do I fix this, And so then I start reading articles that are like, well, one improvement they made on these new coolers, because this is the new model, was you can digitally flip the screen. It's an OLED screen, actually. You talk about your OLED TVs and stuff earlier, but it has this OLED screen, and they're like, you can digitally flip it. So I started like trying to figure out how to do it, and I can't do it. And I'm like in the options, and I'm looking for something to flip the screen, and I'm can't find it, and I can't find it. And so we have to Google it, and it's literally under this little section where it says, like about the Kraken cooler, where I would never even look. You click on it, and it opens a little box, and it says like, do you want to flip the screen? So I'm like, yes, we found it. We got this figured out. Well, they only let you flip the screen one time, a negative 90 degrees. So and it turned it sideways. And so then I had the cooler sideways. I'm like, no, and so it bugged me. I put all this money in this PC, and I can't get my cooler on there straight. Like the display, because it has this cool looking digital display. Nice little caveat to it, paying all this extra money for it. And the only reason I paid the extra money for it, actually, because it has a 3-fan radiator. And that's why I want to cool this new CPU with, because it's a pretty beefy CPU. Mm-hmm. And I figured the 2-fan cooler wouldn't be enough. So I buy the 3-fan one, and the only one they have in stock is this $300 Kraken Z73. And like most coolers are like $150. I'm paying double the price here because it has a digital screen that I can't even turn straight. So I'm like, oh no, So I fight with it, and finally I just leave it in the wrong way. I'm like, I'm just going to take the wording off, and you can have like a decoration, because you can do different things. And so I just mess with it, and I'm like, I just don't like the way any of them look. And so I find out you can put GIFs or GIFs, however you want to pronounce it, on there. So I find one, I'm like, maybe I can find one that's sideways, kind of, or you wouldn't be able to tell so much, and just have it like a little thing looping, like some little GIF. And so I'm looking, and I find this really cool one of like, I think it's Kylo Ren shooting like electricity bolts out of his finger or something like that. And I'm like, oh, it'd be kind of neat in there. So I just kind of playing with it, and I get to work, but of course it's turned sideways. So I'm like, oh, what am I going to do with this thing? And I was just kind of staring at it for a while, and I'm like, I wonder if I do this and this and this. And I actually managed to turn it away and then do the negative 90 degrees and kind of get it to work. So I finally got it so the cooler is in there the correct way. So it ended up taking me like 2 days to actually kind of mess with this and get it all situated correctly.
Now, Mayo, would this have been better if the software was better to let you rotate the picture or whatever?
Yeah, so that was my question.
The GIF.
I didn't know who to blame on this one, because for the motherboard company, which this is like a higher end company motherboard, this is an ROG made from ASUS, which is the Republic Gamers motherboard, and they make really nice products. But for some reason, the RAM is super close to where the CPU is at. And if you had any other cooler, you would have had to flip it the other way, and your cooler would have been upside down. And if it wouldn't have been digital, So kinda to blame the motherboard manufacturer of putting this RAM slots so close. I don't understand why. But like you said too, Gunny, I actually messaged NXZT, who makes the Kraken, like, why can't, it's a digital display. Why can't I control how much that image is flipped? You know, if I wanted 23 degrees or 180 degrees or whatever degree I wanted. What's the limitation in that? Why can't it be flipped anyway? So it's kind of a weird scenario, and I've never ran into this before, and I built a lot of PCs, and I haven't messaged JB from JB Customs, right? And he'd never run into it before, and he's even worked with us before, but he's never ran into that situation where the RAM was so close to the CPU that you couldn't put the cooler in there like this. And so him and I were bouncing ideas back and forth, trying different things, and even he was out of ideas. And finally, though, I managed to get it to work, and it looks really good. So
nice. So is that like, because I noticed like the GIF, like, well, so the display is round, but is it actually square, but you have to make it round? Like, how does that work?
Yeah. So basically what I did, I have actually, for people that haven't seen on any of my posts or anything like that, is I created a Horrible Gamers podcast GIF on Jiffy's website, and it's just a still image instead of having like a little video. And then I just saved it to my computer, and then it was square. And then when you make it on the cooler, it's a circle, and you can drag and change the size of the cooler or the circle that shows. So it just kind of cut some of the outside edges off, but I was able to get it centered to see what our logo and all that stuff shows.
Okay.
So now I have so I have my PC now that has the Horrible Gamers podcast logo over the CPU lit up. So it's pretty cool.
Nice. Was that what anything else you were considering as far as like what am I thinking of those where I've seen you put the screen inside? What? I can't think of the name of those, but they're just the smaller screens that are like the 720p. Like where it would be something like a retro console, like a retro Pi screen.
Oh yeah, I've seen a couple of those where they put like temperatures and stuff on there.
Yeah.
This actually by default has that. You have a thing where it has all these monitors, system monitors, and you can do your, like, if I didn't have the Horrible Gamers thing on there, I could do CPU temperature. I could do CPU temperature and GPU temperature combined. It shows both, each one individually. And I could do just GPU temperature. It can tell you the coolant temperature in the cooler, and it can tell you the load that the CPU is in, like how much load it's actually being used and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of options there you can put on there. You just can't have them all at once. You can have one on there, and it looks really nice. It lights up really nice, and it's not hard to see. Like how you get some of those things with a little display on it. You don't think like the quality is that good. If you get in an angle, it kind of gets dark or whatever.
Right.
I don't have any of that
Viewing
issue.
Angles,
it looks great in any angle and stuff, and I'm actually pretty impressed for it. And
so you would recommend this, because I'm thinking $300. This thing better be displayed properly.
And in this thing, even $300 doesn't even, the fans don't even light up. So most coolers that you buy have, like Corsair coolers, have RGB fans, and this thing comes with 3 plain black fans. The only thing that lights up is that cooler. So you're paying double the price of a Corsair cooler.
Well, yeah, I mean, hey, you got to take you got to. There's some trade-off there.
Yeah, but so far it's keeping this new CPU pretty cool. I do have I just got it. It's building this. I got lucky and found an i9, the 109K. So that's their new beefy Intel CPU. This is supposed to be the fastest gaming CPU on the market right now. It beats out the AMD stuff only because of the core speed is faster, and they don't have as many cores as the AMD CPUs. AMD CPUs have like 16 core CPUs and all that, and this is only a 10 core 20 thread, but each core clocks up to 5.3 gigahertz on its own, and so it can boost clock itself up, and right now I have it just over a slight overclocked where all the cores are 5 gigahertz, and it seems to be running really well.
Nice.
So the rest of my week, of course, in the process of my moving, is I don't have a desk to put this PC on. So I have to go to IKEA and buy a desk, and I get there and I pick out the desk that I want, and I get there and I get the top, and I go to buy the bottom because it's all separate pieces, and the bottom's out of stock. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Cinder blocks.
So I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? They're like, well, it's coming in tomorrow. It's actually on a truck in the parking lot. It's here. We just haven't unloaded yet. And I'm like, okay, I'll just come out tomorrow after work. So I had some other errands and stuff I do because, again, with me moving, I'm still buying different things. I'm buying patio furniture and bar stools and all these other things. So I'm like, I got stuff I can do. So I come back the next day and I talk to a different guy and I go back to where they're at and they're empty still. And the guy's like, no, we don't have any. I'm like, the guy yesterday said you guys had 80 of them sitting out there in the yard and you just had to get them unloaded. And he's like, nope. He's like, maybe tomorrow. So I'm thinking, oh, I mean, this is going to be one of those
maybe
situations.
Tomorrow, yeah.
And he told me to just make sure I checked online. And the next day they actually had them in stock. So I went there and got them, picked them up, and then, put them together. So that's just been keeping me busy, but I did manage to get a little bit of game time in. I did play some West of Dead. I was excited to see this game to come to Game Pass. It's just something that Gunny and I kind of played around with a little while back when it was in beta.
Yep.
And so I liked the art style and the voice actor. I can't remember his name, Gunny. Do you remember who it was?
Yes, I wrote it down. That is Ron Perlman, Hellboy.
That's the guy from Hellboy, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
I always call him Hellboy.
He has that kind of like Western badass voice to him in the game.
So I would say in playing this game today, he sounds like Sam Elliott, the cowboy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's a neat game. So I'm curious to you guys' opinion on it. I didn't get real far into it because I didn't have a ton of time with it. But the thing I find like for me the most impressive is like the lighting and how they do the lighting. How you go up to the little hanging light and I was actually using the Xbox controller and you hit X and it kind of lights the whole area up.
Yes.
But for some reason I almost get that feeling like I have an OLED display. The black is very black and the white is very white. Even on my monitor, which isn't HDR or anything, it looks amazing. The blacks look just dark, deep black, and the white looks super bright. I don't know how they did it. And that's like the first game I've ever seen where the black looks so black like on an OLED. And so I don't know what they did there, but they did an amazing job, in my opinion. And I'm enjoying the game. Have you guys gotten very far in it? Or
I played about maybe 20 minutes.
I played 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I probably got like 30 or 40.
I see what happens next, but it's like you start off. Well, what was weird about it is that when you first start the game, you get killed, right?
Yeah.
And then it reloads again, and then you're like, "Whoa, what's going on?" You know?
Right. What happened? Yeah. That was the same thing for the beta, Ricky. That was the same. Yeah. It just says new run, and you're thinking, did I do something wrong?
Right.
Because you only see that monster creature thing that's like, and only for like a half a second. Yeah.
Okay. But it looks cool, though. I mean, I played a little bit of it, but not too much. But it looks good.
Yeah, I made it to like the next
art style
level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cool.
And like you said, Mayo, I played it on PC because Ricky, you said it is on the Xbox console.
Yes.
It probably is, but since I had the beta here, it feels like I'm playing on the OLED TV with the blacks and the coloring art style.
So I did, I think maybe 4 runs maybe. And I'm still like in the first chapter. I pretty much died each time. So trying to get a feel for it. But I was kind of curious too. So I didn't mind actually dying and restarting because I didn't know how much randomness this game had. So it has that random level generation, I believe, because the second time going through, I was picking up different abilities right away. I can't remember one of them was like a health regen on a kill or something like that. And then next time I found like a different gun. I found like a sawed-off shotgun, and it had its own little perks. And then a little further I got into one, it was like I had, the 2 rifles, and so I had a revolver, and then I had like a rifle, and I came up to a shotgun, and I had to choose. I'm like, I could dump the rifle and keep a shotgun, and both of them were close range, or I could dump the revolver, or I could just leave the shotgun, and go on. And they had different damage ratings, they had different outputs, but then there's also things you get like this ability to upgrade your health, and unlike stuff like dead cells and stuff like that, it looks like all that stuff resets every time you play the game. So you don't carry that health over. So like I upgraded my health 2 times in the one run. When I had died, it started back over. Well, I was still at the beginning level health. When I made it back to that first upgrade slot, I upgraded my health again, and it was kind of like level 2 again. So it looks like every time you do a new run, it's literally a new run. So I'm not sure.
There's no cells. Yeah, you're not gathering anything that
I'm not
know
sure, like in Dead Cells, you get stronger each time you run through the game, and so you kind of get familiar with the game. You get stronger. You unlock more weapons, and you can progress further in the game because you're gonna have more health. You're gonna have better weapons to choose from. Maybe things that would do damage more often. So, and if you die, you feel like you accomplished something. Even though you only got to this level, you got those cells, you spent those cells, and you unlocked something for your character. This one, where I die, I just feel like I just started over.
Did you make it up to where, kind of like in Dead Cells, where I want to say that, is it, you choose the ability, I don't know, you run into like a trader is what it is, right? Mm-hmm. It's almost like a storefront, not the saloon. And then it says, then you come to the next person, and then he's like, all right, fill up your health. And then you keep moving.
Yeah.
You've gone that far. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure if maybe if I get to there's going to be another saloon, I just haven't played enough of it.
Yeah, me either.
To see if I'm going to be stronger next time. Almost like a save point. But I hope that's what it is. But, and not just a new run,
Yeah. Speaking of Dead Cells, just to talk about that game for a minute. I don't think I mentioned it last week, but I played Dead Cells, I want to say, right after I got to the apartment, we didn't have any internet. And I was so proud of myself because starting new on the Switch, I played it on the Switch on the TV. And my very first run, I went all the way through and beat the game with the basic weapons. And that game, it's hard. I mean, I know that game so well. And I have like 250 hours in the Steam version. And I have everything unlocked on that version. But to go through it with the basic weapons and beat it, and then beat the final boss, it was a hard fight. Like I had like a quarter health left, and I spent 250 cells, it said in the game, on upgrades. And I upgraded my health flask, and I upgraded my recycling and stuff like that. But I was able to beat the game. And if you've beaten the game, you'll know there's a part where you have to kill this king, and when you kill the king, you have this ability to pop your head off as your Dead Cell character, and you go down this drain. And some people actually didn't know that you could do that, and that's how it ends the game. Some people have said that, like Vader Holic was one of them. He said he just kind of shut the game off. He felt like he was kind of stuck. But yeah, and it kind of tells you, it's like click the right button or whatever to pop your head off, and then you go down this drain and you start over. So when you start over at the beginning area, you guys remember there's like a clock. And like a guy stand by the clock with a scroll. Yes. Well, he tells you, he records everything that happens. So if you talk to him, it'll show you your progress and how many runs you've had, how many times you've died, and all that stuff. So when I beat the game, I go through the credits and I go back into the game. It drops my little head down and it kind of crawls to the body, and you come in your body. And I ran up to that thing to see where it showed I was 1 for 1 going through it, and it said I was 1 for 2. So basically said I had 2 playthroughs. So the start of that one was considered the second one, but I haven't died yet. So I've had 0 deaths, but and I spent 250 cells, but I did manage to get through that game on my first try. So that was awesome. That was kind of neat, but I was being pretty cautious, and I got really lucky with some weapons that dropped for me, like the traps and stuff like that. They gave me a trap, and then they gave me something else that worked really well with the trap. I can't remember what it was now, but it was just a grenade. And so it worked really well against the clock tower boss, where I could trap him in one spot and hit him with a grenade or two, and and do some damage to him. But it was fun. I love that game. I don't know why. I can just play that game over and over, and it just never gets old. And even though it's the same backgrounds, it's the random generation of stuff, and I don't know. I just enjoy it, and I was hoping that from West of Dead has that random levels, but I just don't know what happens when you die if you carry anything back, or you just have to try again and get past that chapter, and so is it literally just keep trying to get past that chapter, and then maybe you'll have a save point and you'll keep it from there, or will you what happens from that point? And I'm curious to see, and I'm definitely gonna give it some more time.
Right, because it was I felt like I was at a second level of some sort, but it didn't say anything. So maybe I'm still in the beginning of first, who knows? And
that game gave you lots of exploring options too, because you come into a room and it's got 2 exits, And so you're like, okay, I'm going to go this
Yeah.
way. And then you'll go a while and it'll kind of dead end, but there'll be like an ability shrine there, or if you want to call it that. And then you're like, okay. And he'll make a little comment about being, worth taking the time to explore or something like that, And then I backtrack and I go the way, I look at the map and kind of figure out where I'm going and stuff. And I think I'm going to enjoy it. I like the art style so well, though. I mean, it just gives me that Ghost Rider meets,
right.
I don't know, a Western.
Sense.
With the
I want to
cool
give it more time,
black flags. Yeah.
I think one of the cool ability, well, not an ability, but more of a mechanic was where I came in and they had destroyed the cover of where I was at. And it's kind of cool, like with cover where the cover grows back, like they'll put the same,
Yeah, I've
cover,
noticed that. Like, I didn't rely on that, but I did notice that, like, once I cleared the level, I seen a piece of cover pop back up from the floor. I'm like,
yeah, there's a timer on the thing.
That's kind of an interesting mechanic, like, because the cover is crates, and you got these big crates, and they kind of break apart, and then it grows back out of the floor, which was kind of weird.
Yeah,
But,
so if you can time it, go ahead, Ricky.
Is that the triggers? The left trigger is one weapon and the right trigger is the other.
Yes.
That was cool. So that I liked.
Yeah, that I like too, because it was saying how, hey, it even tells you, like, at the beginning, they're like, so you can just use one gun and then use the other one, or use them both at the same time if you want to.
I did run into, I guess, and maybe this is just me, I did have one complaint. Like, there's a lot of those doors that you have to kind of break, and you have to, like, walk right up on them. I would walk up on them, and I'd go to break it, and I would fire my gun, and it would take a bullet.
Yeah, it's unnecessary.
And I'm like, oh, I didn't want to do that. And then it would get the attention of everybody in the room, and then they would start coming at me. And if it was like the rifle, then all of a sudden I only had one bullet instead of two, and I fired one shot and I have to reload. And so, like, I wish it had a better, maybe
mechanic is a little
mechanic is just a little off. That it seems like when you just want to break that door, that it fires a shot instead, and I don't know why. Maybe it was just me, but
you have to,
like, I was lined up
stand
okay.
right on top of it.
Yeah, I was almost
press right
pushing,
trigger or left trigger.
I was almost pushing against the door to do it, and I would still every once in a while just fire my gun instead of doing a melee, But
surprise,
good
motherfucker!
stuff.
That's what it is. You come into that room.
But after that, the only other thing is I've been kind of like Jesus a little bit, playing all that Call of Duty. I did play a couple rounds of that. I wanted to give his PC a little bit of a run to see how it would play Call of Duty. I did max it out. If 1440 resolution, I put everything all the way up, turned ray tracing on, turned frame rates to unlimited just to see how it would do. And the first night, like right when I built it, it was the first game I installed, all 200 gig. I had to download 199, and that was a pain. Even with fiber, I have the AT&T fiber here, and it still took a while. I'm just like, are you kidding me? Because they limit your download. You can't just get that whole gig download at once. It'd be amazing if you did, but on their end, you don't get the download speed from Battle.net. But I did launch Call of Duty, and the first time I played it on maxed everything, I was getting like 135 frames. And,
nice.
And I'm like, oh, this is great. It feels really great. And I don't know if it's because I haven't played for like a couple of days, or like I was sitting down and played a shooter for like a week. I'm like, oh, this just feels so smooth. It feels so great. Maybe because I've been playing on the Xbox and the Switch. I don't know. But I'm like, it just feels really, really good. And then I don't know if it was just a map or just that one time. The next time I come back, I'm hanging around 110 now. So and I don't know what happened. I didn't change any settings. So I'm curious. I don't know. So I'm like tinkering around with it a little more.
Yeah.
But
that's weird.
So, and I don't know how much, I didn't really change much from my old build to this build besides the CPU. It's the same kind of speed of RAM and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I know it's going to give me a little bit of a boost, but maybe the game isn't real CPU heavy, and it's not going to give me a huge increase over what I had. And I'll see it in some games, and some games I won't.
Yeah,
it just depends how CPU heavy it is.
I think for me, when I max everything out, I think it hangs around 120, and then it goes anywhere between 100 to like 135 or 145. Like,
and I don't know if it was
just a wide
depending on
range.
the map. Yeah, and I don't know if it was the map or if it was or what it was, but it just the first time I said 135 constant, and it was pegged. So I wanted to continue to check things. I didn't play it already, but I'm like, I'm just going to download another game and just see how it plays. And some games I know that other people play. I have a local friend that plays some Sea of Thieves, so I downloaded Sea of Thieves because he talks about how he has a hard time getting that one to run a high frame rate, and he streams it a lot. So I'm like, let's give that a shot and see, because it has its own built-in frame rate counter and stuff like that. So I downloaded and installed that, and that game I'm getting 158 frames pegged. Ooh, I mean, it stays at 158 the whole time, and that game's completely maxed everything at 1440.
Yeah, that game. Yeah, when I max it out, I get pretty high frame rates too, I think. So I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. It could just be the graphics card. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, so I'm just going to keep playing with it. I'm going to try a couple games. I'm going to try a couple games that I know that are more CPU-based. A lot of those RTS strategy type games are more CPU-based because it has to control all those little units. So something like Ashes of Creation or Ashes of Singularity is the one where you have like a couple hundred units on the ground, and the CPU has to kind of dictate where all those are going. That's a game where the CPU will kind of shine, and I'll see a benefit from there and stuff like that. So, nice. But now I'm all moved. I'm pretty much settled. I got this new desk built and ready to go. So I was trying to get all this stuff done before the podcast this week. So I was trying, making that priority. And so starting this week, I'm gonna get some game time in. We'll get some Red Dead in, Jesus.
Yeah.
We're gonna partner up.
Cowboy partner.
Yo. Well, what else have you guys been playing? Ricky, what have you been playing? Or Gunny?
Let's see.
Gunny or Ricky? I don't care which one.
Want me to go?
Go ahead, Ricky.
I'll go. Have you tried the PSVR Iron Man demo?
Yep.
I haven't downloaded it.
It's cool.
I have not downloaded it.
I like what they did with the Move controllers.
Yeah.
How you move around.
Yeah.
So basically, your Move controllers are the jets, I guess, in your hands, right?
Yeah.
So if you put in your head, when you put them on each side of you, so if you turn your wrists, you go to the left or you go to the right, which is pretty cool, Yeah, that was cool. That, and then I played Halo Reach because I'm getting ready for the new Halo, of course, right? Yeah. So every 5 years, right? So I play through all the Halo games, Halo Reach, I'm a little disappointed on the Xbox. You can't hear your weapons. Looked it up online, and they said that they're working on a fix. But Halo Reach came out about 3 months ago, I guess, on the Master Chief.
Oh, they added Reach to it?
Right, yes.
Okay.
And the audio is terrible, dude. You can't even hear your weapon. You can't hear it. I tried everything, and I looked online, and they said, "Oh, we're working on it." I'm like, that's not good.
Well, that's kind of shitty. How do you do that? You know what I mean? That's kind of
right.
Yeah, but it's a good game, man. God, it's a real good game. It's just I wish they would continue making good Halo games, So let's see what happens with the new one, Yeah. But I'm getting myself ready, so I'm gonna play through Halo Reach and then Halo Combat Evolved and then Halo 2 and then Halo 3, and then by the time I'm done, I guess I should be ready to play the new Halo. I hope.
Nice.
If it doesn't get delayed until next year or something,
Yeah. What are we up to in the beta? Well, I guess you can call it the Insiders Club, but again, they're just kind of having. Is it Halo 2? Is that what I played last week? Either way, it's I feel like they're almost behind. But if they stay on track, they'll get it done for launch.
Yeah, and then I played The Last of Us 2, of course, but not too much. So, but Jesus pretty much talked about everything.
Yeah.
About that game, and that's about it.
Sick. God damn, that game was so good.
Play it, guys.
Play it. Yeah, you gotta play it. Gunny, no joke, dude. Go get the fucking game. Go buy it, Gunny. Go right now. Go, Gunny.
Yeah, go now. Yeah, go Walmart right now.
I'm gonna go buy it today because I got something that I got it. Normally I would have tomorrow off, but I got some work. I'm like, crap. Should I just wait till next week? But no, I gotta go. I'm gonna go turn my PS4 on after the show and buy it.
Hell yeah! Fuck yeah!
That's about it, man. I mean, like, I haven't played too much. Just been busy with my 2 jobs. Because I work at the restaurant and stuff, and then also do all the music and stuff. So I've been pretty busy.
Busy guy. Cool, man. Cool.
Yeah.
Gunny?
Yeah. So what have I been playing? Nothing really new besides West of Dead. That's probably like the newest game that I've played, and we talked about that in length. More Deep Rock Galactic. Just kind of going through all the shit that I played last week.
I was gonna pick that up.
Yeah,
I saw you online. I said, "Oh man, I should pick it up and go play with Gunny."
Yeah, it needs crossplay so bad. I think it's such a missed opportunity right there with that game.
I know, right? I wonder would they need more resources, money, or whatever? Would they need a new team, from maybe a smaller studio that, to bring this, to get that crossplay going? But yeah, that would be cool. It's
I have a friend that knows one of the developers. Maybe I'll see if I can get some information and see if anything is being worked on or if there's a limitation somewhere or something. Maybe I'll see if I can find something out.
Yeah, but I do own it on PC, guys. It's either I have it on Steam, and obviously on the Xbox. And yeah, it's great. It's Borderlands in caves is what it is.
Really?
Yeah, that's the way I look at it.
Man.
I mean, you're not picking up like weapons. You're just shooting bugs and creatures.
Yeah. So you get that, Ricky. You have that. You have to work together aspect. So it seemed like every time we would play it, we were like, "Oh man, I wish we had this type of character here." If we were like a 2-man group.
Yeah.
Or like, "Oh, I really miss having a driller." Like the driller is only good in a certain situation, but when you come across that situation, you're like, "Oh." So the game really shines when you get a group of 4 people, and you have one of each class, and they level that class up, and you're like, "This guy's good at that," and you have this guy that can make platforms, and this guy that can drill his way back, and stuff like that. And the game can be a lot of fun because you're going, and you can have some silliness where people fall off cliffs and ledges, and Gunny's getting lost. And we're trying to tell him how to get back to us, and we're like, "Gunny, we're up here," and Gunny's over here. I'm in this deep hole somewhere, and he's like shining the light, and you can see his little light, and
Cool.
And then something we don't see anymore so much. And I remember when we were first playing it too, Jesus, is the streaming integration. You don't see much of that anymore. That was a game where when it was on Mixer, Jesus was streaming it, and I happened to come by and watch one night, and I could use my little Mixer points and spawn enemies to give them guys a hard time.
I wonder,
that's cool.
Or I could give them health and stuff, and you don't really see that in games now.
I wonder if Microsoft is going to double down on that or just get rid of that whole feature.
Yeah, I don't know, and it's weird because I was mentioning about my favorite game, and a lot of people I don't see this happen either. Is Dead Cells has it on the PC, so if I stream Dead Cells on the PC, I can do a streaming mode where people can control what happens to me. They can actually take control of the boss when I fight the boss, and they can control what ability he uses. And then there's like a little bird behind you, and it like makes little comments. But when you come to like a chest, and like the scrolls, Gunny, that you can pick your red or your purple or your green. The community that's watching gets to pick for you, so you don't get to choose.
That's awesome.
How you do it, but it's only on the Steam version, and it's not on the console version.
Yeah,
but it just seems like
but probably more. Yeah. That it feels like with Twitch, like, oh, you're not playing on PC. Like a lot of viewers, you need to be playing on PC. All PC people are on Twitch. Like, no, actually, we can still stream.
But it's like a missed opportunity. Like, I feel like some games could really shine with as popular as Twitch has gotten anymore, where you could have a little bit of interaction besides just chat. The chat's fun. Like I'll watch. I have some friends that play some Call of Duty and this and that, and I'll jump over to actually a guy that said hi to you guys the other day was Clint, that Vengeful Jedi. He was streaming some Final Fantasy, and it'd be nice to be able to have some kind of other way of interacting besides just with chat.
Yeah, Twitch has other. Go ahead, Jesus.
I just wonder, like I said, Microsoft is going to double down on this shit or not. Like, are they going to just abandon that whole thing, or are they going to keep it? We're coming up on a new generation of systems what's going to happen with Mixer? You know, are they going to continue to support it? Are they going to continue to get new streamers on there, or are they going to just be like, fuck it, we can't beat Twitch, we might as well just.
Yeah, and they put a lot of money into it, right? You know, getting Shroud and getting Ninja and those guys. And yeah, they had that little Shroud commercial on. If you guys have ever seen that when it came out, but it just, you know, they dumped all this money into it, and it still doesn't seem to help. You know, I know Shroud's numbers are down compared to what he ever was on Twitch, but it's just interesting to see. And I would love to see that introduced more so in games.
Do you think it's because like people think of Mixer, they think of Xbox, so they don't get as many people watching?
Maybe, yeah, I could see that. But I mean, honestly, there's a lot of people on Mixer that have PC. Like me, when I stream on Mixer, I'm streaming from the PC. You know, like I can stream my PS4. Like I should probably be streaming The Last of Us 2. Honestly, you know, I never even thought of that. Fuck, I should. But you know, like I really think that people do think it's fucking Xbox.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna stream The Last of Us 2 on there. What am I doing? I got the capture card and everything. The TV's right here.
You think you get not seeing
got the green screen
viewers, but I feel like the vibe I get with that game is a lot of people are like, don't spoil the game.
Yeah.
How much viewership? I think it was like number 5 on Twitch or something like that the other night when I looked. But I'm like, how many people are actually going to purposely not watch that game?
Yeah.
Because they don't want the story ruined. So it's like, you know, Jesus, I would love to come by and watch, you know, but like maybe Ricky over here doesn't want to come by and watch because he doesn't want to know what happens, you know, so.
Or maybe people that have Xbox are being like, well, I have only one system, so I'll just watch this game, right? Because I won't
see what it's about. Yeah, and that's what I did. I watched a little bit of the game the other night, and just to get a kind of feel for what it's like. And unfortunately, I couldn't find anything like high action. I was kind of looking for like some kind of fight going on or something like that, and I just ran across a lot of people running around.
Yeah,
I'm like, all right, I need to find something else, you know.
Right now, The Last of Us 2 is a featured game on Mixer, which I'm surprised. It's in the top. It's number 4 or number 5 out of all the games.
Yeah.
You know what was kind of crazy to me? That it's number 5, but number 1 is still Apex Legends, but they only have 6,000 viewers watching.
I guess Call of Duty.
You know,
Mixer?
Yeah, on Mixer.
It's weird.
You know, that's number 1. That's number 1 right now. That's the top category on Mixer, and there's only 6,000 viewers on a Sunday night. And let's go over to Twitch.
Will have school tomorrow. So
yeah, let's go over to Twitch real quick. On Twitch,
I'm guessing 1,500.
The number 1 game is Just Chatting, I guess. No, wait, no.
that's sure.
No. Escape from Tarkov is number 1 right now.
Oh yeah, that was big.
Yeah. No, Escape from Tarkov is no. Yeah, it is.
Yes, no.
240,000 viewers.
Woo.
200 has some catching up to do.
240,000 viewers compared to Mixer's 6,000 on Apex alone, you know. And
that's a problem.
Like Fortnite on Twitch is 136,000, and Fortnite on Mixer is. Fuck, is it even on the list? Fortnite. What the fuck is Fortnite? I don't even see Fortnite on here. What the fuck's going on?
I think also if, you know, when you look at Twitch and you look at, it's got its own esports section, and anytime there's like the Counter-Strike, just a popular streamer playing, or if there's some sort of event or something, it's just like 50,000 people watching. Or
Fortnite has 5,300 on Mixer, and on Twitch it has 136,000. So it's kind of a huge difference, you know. Like, so like I wonder like what's going to happen to Mixer? Are they going to continue to keep pumping money into it or not? You know, like, you know, I wonder, you know, what's going to happen.
I think they are.
Let's say they didn't. Say Mixer dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make Shroud and Ninja look really good if they go back to Twitch? Because one, they got paid all that money from Micro Center, and yeah, they took the hit. But we probably all know that when they go back to Mixer or Twitch, their numbers probably grow like really quick. You know, so they'd probably be back
Lucky
to
them,
the
huh?
same numbers they had. It might be like we'll take a hit for a little while and then go back to Twitch.
We'll take a hit. We'll take a hit. We'll take this check. You know, we'll be down for a couple years, and then Mixer will die, and then we'll come back.
And then they can go to Facebook after that.
Yeah,
They don't
and
like
Facebook
it.
will offer them money.
Right.
You know, that's the one thing
That's one
that's
I
kind of crazy to me. How much more I'm seeing people recommending people to go to Facebook Gaming than Mixer, because Facebook Gaming is growing. You know, and the thing about Facebook Gaming is that it's a lot of it is not organic viewers. You know, like it's viewers that get kind of forced into watching your stream. Because a lot of times where I'm watching a video on Facebook or somebody shared something,
Yeah.
all of a sudden it'll start auto playing the next video, and next thing you know, I'm watching some guy streaming fucking Grand Theft Auto for like 5 minutes. I'm like, why the fuck am I watching this? You know, like
I've done that on a Friday night. Come
You
home.
know?
and
Why
I'm
am I
like,
still
yeah.
watching this, Jesus?
Yeah,
That's what you should be asking
it's been
yourself.
5 minutes. What the fuck? You know, but it's like a lot of that, and yeah, they have a lot of the times when I'm watching these streamers on Facebook, they do have a lot of viewers. They have like the least I've ever seen is like 5,000. So there's people watching. I don't know if it's bots. I don't know what it is. You know, how they count those viewers, I don't have an idea. But
And I don't run across people that say, hey, you know, I watch on Facebook.
neither do I. But when I'm looking at videos about where to stream or what's the best place to stream, people are always bringing up Facebook Gaming. They're like, Facebook Gaming is a great place to fucking be streaming right now. And it's like, is it? I don't know
I had no idea.
how that works.
I think I'm pretty sure with Facebook, don't you have to be basically you're partnered, right? Like that's how you get on as far as like to be a featured Facebook stream.
No, you just,
I'm pretty sure it's not like Twitch where I could just go to Twitch right now and start streaming, you know. But I believe that's
you can start streaming. You can start streaming right now on Facebook. All you gotta do is create like a page that says like Gunny Chief or something, and then it's like Gunny Chief.
I have one
stream.
actually. I do have a Gunny Chief page actually.
Well, then there you go. You gotta do start streaming on that page.
Yeah. All right.
That's all it takes.
That's funny you mentioned it. I got the Gunny Chief page.
And then to like get
Chief
paid,
Gaming.
people can pay you with like stars. It's like the currency that Facebook uses. It's called stars, and it's the same conversion rate as Mixer's Embers and as Twitch's bits. But yeah, people can pay you with these stars. But I don't know if you have to reach a certain level or whatever to get paid with these.
Hey, look, I already reached out to Johnny. He basically said that he's ready to give me that Gunny money.
Oh,
Jonathan
shit.
Arcelo, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I want to give me that Gunny money whenever he sees me streaming.
So
But yeah, stars.
So we'll see, man. I mean, we'll see what happens with all that stuff. I mean, I don't know. Mixer could become big or it could go nowhere. You'd figure it would be already kind of big by now, you know, with all these big moves that they've had lately. It just doesn't seem to do anything for them.
Yeah.
You know?
We'll see how that works out for him. You know, and I'm sure we'll see the numbers just blow up with the new Halo and shit like that. Whatever other games they announce.
I mean, Twitch has been around a lot longer, right?
Yeah, they came from Justin TV and something else. So
Yeah.
they've been established. They've
They've been around since like 2012, haven't they? Like 2013 or something like that when they became big. Justin TV started getting big, right? Like 2013.
that sounds about right.
And then Microsoft bought out Beam because it used to be called Beam. They bought them out back in like
That's about right.
2015.
Yep, 13.
And then 2015 or 16 is when they bought out Beam, and then they switched it over to Mixer like in 2016 or 2017. So it's been a few years, but still, like it hasn't grown as fast as Twitch did.
Moving on, folks. We're gonna play. I played some Gears of War 5
right.
Horde
I forgot. Sorry.
with you said something, Ricky?
No, I forgot about you.
Oh,
With-
yeah, we kind of went off on yeah. Some Gears of War Horde, skate mode, Horde, Pinpoint Red, good times. And it's funny.
Pinpoint played a Horde mode in Gun or Gears? No way.
Yeah, right. But we played that escape mode too. But
Yeah, that's a good time.
and then after he left, I went and played like another 40 waves with some randos, just to kind of get my Gears of 5 fix. That always does it for me. So I'm good.
Again. But you mentioned Pinpoint. Did you see where he messaged me about Titanfall went to Steam, and now it's got like there's like 30,000 people playing Titanfall 2 right now.
Awesome.
Yeah,
he
that's
was all excited.
See, I was on the GFNG podcast a couple days ago, and we talked about that. And yeah, that's I was like, man, you're going to see a lot more players in that game for sure. But yeah, also some Fallout 76, just playing solo this past week. Just kind of doing like some of the online story stuff, and just, yeah, it is what it is. Anything else? Just more Mud Runner. It's all the same crap that I played last week, guys.
You need to get the Last of Us already.
Yeah, right. I need to play something new, something fresh, you know? Like I fired up XCOM 2 today, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play some of the War of the Chosen DLC, and that's gonna do it for me. But no, I need something new. Need that Last of Us too. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I played.
XCOM. Every time I play that game, dude, I get killed.
Yeah. Hey, but I actually remember.
Dude.
I remember this time, Ricky, when I fired it up. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to play a new game, War of the Chosen. I'm going to choose. You get to choose from one of the three paths of some people's story. And there's that chick with the sniper rifle. And she's just badass with that thing. But I remember where the enemies were this time. Oh, here's the other thing, Ricky. I chose baby mode.
Oh, of course.
I forgot to mention that.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I was telling my son, I'm like, this is a hard game. He was here watching me play, and I'm like, yeah, this game's real tough, you know.
Hey,
so
Mayo.
Look, know where the enemies are.
Gunny, Mayo. Titanfall 2 is $9.89 right now on Steam.
I seen that.
Yeah,
that's what.
You know what? I'm buying it.
What?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm buying
You
Titanfall 2.
wouldn't buy it on Origin, but you'll buy it on Steam.
Fuck yeah.
Here we go.
For $10? Fuck yeah. Why not?
Let's play some attrition.
And I wonder how many people are online right now. Like
9,000. 9,000.
I'm happy because
that's a lot more than
game,
Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah, combined.
That game got released at the wrong time when it came out, man.
Yeah, it did.
It was like heartbreaking. Because I liked it too. I was like, but oh no, no one's gonna play it. No one's gonna play it.
No, I really like that game too, man.
Battlefield 1 was out at the same time?
Yeah.
Or Battlefield 5. One of the two.
Battlefield 1.
Same
and
week,
I think. Play that. That's what I went to play was Battlefield 1 instead of Titanfall 2.
And then Call of Duty.
Yeah. Everything came out. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, and then like 3 weeks later, wasn't it like 2 weeks later, it was on sale for like $20.
Yep.
Yeah, I was kicking myself. I'm like, why did I buy them both at the same time? Because I had the money. That's why.
But yeah. Anyways, it's $9.89 right now on Steam if you guys are interested in buying it. It's a sale going on. I don't know when it ends. Oh, July 9th. So, fuck, it goes for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm excited to play this on PC. I want to see it running in its full 140 frames. Glory, Mayo.
Yeah.
Probably like 200 frames per second. You can probably do that with your computer.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Beast.
Yeah. Right, Mayo. Right, Mayo.
Yes, definitely.
What else, Gunny?
That is all. That is it for me.
Okay, well then, ladies and gentlemen, it's news time. Let's get into some news of the week. All right, let's get into some video game news real quick. And let's talk about a new game coming out. Speaking of Steam, you know what came to Steam recently, Mayo? All the Star Wars games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know what else is coming out? You know what else is coming out? Can you hear me, motherfucker? You know what else is coming out?
What else is coming out, Jesus?
Star Wars, motherfucker. Squadrons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It goes like that?
I don't know. I'm just making it up. I'm not a Star Wars fan, so what do I know?
So...
It looked badass. Squadrons.
I got some news for you guys about Star Wars Squadrons. So Star Wars Squadrons is a new game by EA. It's what it is. It's just, I think it's going to be 5 versus 5 or 6 versus 6 multiplayer. You're going to be playing as either the Empire or the Rebels, and you're going to be fighting against each other in fucking TIE fighters and X-Wings and shit. But there was a question people kept asking: is EA going to have microtransactions all over this game, like they did Star Wars Battlefront 2 when it first came out? And with the interview, Motive Studios creative director Ian Fraser made it clear that players are only going to be asked to pay one time to get into the cockpit of these fucking fighters. That's right.
Learned, huh?
This game is going to come out only at $40. So they feel like they want the players to have a generous and fun gaming experience. And there will be no other microtransactions in the game. 0 microtransactions, they said. So,
Sweet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I think that the game trailer was pretty dope. I'm excited because I love the fact that this game is coming to VR as well. They do say that it's going to have VR support for the Oculus Rift, as well as the Steam VR Index bullshit crap, and the Vive, as well as, I think, PlayStation VR.
Yes, it is. It was confirmed.
On top of that,
it's going to be cool.
On top of all that, I think they did say it's going to have crossplay between the platforms. So there's that. And it will also have for the PC a flight stick support. So if you have a HOTAS, so it's going to have support for that. So there you go. If you really want to get into it, I guess the way to go is get yourself a HOTAS and then a fucking VR headset, and then
then you're really flying.
You're in the fucking plane. You know? But so there you go. I mean, I'm excited. I think that the game is going to be incredible. I thought the trailer was pretty fucking dope. It hyped me up. Hype me up, guys.
I'm hyped. Me too.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to play this in VR.
Oh, yeah.
I used to play the one on the N64 years ago. Yeah, many years ago. I think it was called Rogue Squadron or something. I don't remember, but I used to love that game, man.
Hey, did you ever play the one in Star Wars Battlefront? The first one? Did you play that VR version? I don't own it, so I haven't played it.
Yes, yeah. Whoever comes over always wants to try that one out, which is pretty cool. So that's why I'm so excited on this new one.
Yeah.
You know, with the cool looking cockpit and stuff, and
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. I feel like the one that they have on the PSVR is like a demo for this game.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited. Can't you tell my voice?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Woo-hoo!
We hear it.
Anyways, in other news, let's talk about The Last of Us 2.
No, your new favorite game, Jesus.
My new favorite game. Apparently, it's getting review bombed. That's right.
What?
That's right. Pretty much on Metacritic, that has a very generally unfavorable score at a 3.4. So there's that.
Yeah, so that gets me kind of pissed off, but it's the damn internet, you know, with those user reviews.
Yep.
I think a lot of people haven't even touched the game and they're just bombing it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I don't know.
But I think with a game like this too, though, is I think people are just going to buy this game regardless. This is one of those games, their mind is already made up before this game even came out. You know, so I don't think even any kind of review will dictate the sales in this game. You know, I feel like this game, no matter what's going to sell good. You know, it just, you know, from the hype and the success of the first one, that people just wanted this game, you know, no matter what, I think. And I think probably most people probably haven't read any reviews on the game. One, they don't want spoilers, and two, they just want to play it and just experience it, you know.
Yeah.
So In my opinion,
that was pretty much my stance on it. Like literally, I haven't seen any reviews at all. Like not even the people that I usually watch reviews of games. Nothing like at all. Like anything that has a review or a score, I don't even click on it. I haven't seen other people's opinions on it. I don't want to hear the story or the opinions of the story on it. I'm just doing me. You know, like I'm just playing it and I'm experiencing it as I go. That's why I told you earlier. You know, like I'm literally in the game. I feel like I'm playing it so slow compared to other people. You know, people are like, "Oh, I'm this far. I'm like, I'm barely in the first big city, you know, because I'm like literally going through every drawer, finding all this little secret hidden shit. And the cool thing is that like the game does a really good job of making it feel natural to do that, because even when you're going through the game and you have a certain objective, like the game sometimes will push me, right? Because even the game thinks I'm taking too long. Because I'll be exploring an area, and the game, it gives you a hint. It'll be like, press L3 to focus. It'll be like,
yes.
And the character will be like, hey, we should go this way. Or, hey, it's over here. And I'm just ignoring the character, and I'm fucking exploring, you know? But even with all that being said, you know, if I walk into another building, the characters will start having a conversation between each other about whatever's in the building. It could be any kind of thing, you know? It could be a grocery store. It could be a furniture store, it could be a fucking art shop or whatever, you know, and they'll be like, oh, I can't believe people used to actually come here and buy like fucking CDs and shit or whatever, you know, or they'll talk about like, oh, I can't believe people used to play video games for fun, like that's kind of crazy, you know. And they talk about like all this, like they have these conversations that are pretty natural, that they do such a good job with it. It's fucking incredible. Yeah.
Awesome. I haven't seen any reviews. I mean, just reading this article is like the first thing I've really seen. Like, I'm staying away from them.
Yeah, no, I get why people are review bombing.
Haters.
I can understand why they want to hate, but whatever, you know.
Griefers, haters, yeah.
But moving on now, let's get on here to more news. Move on down to more news. Oh yeah, some cyberpunk news, Mayo.
Wah, wah, wah. Delay.
Cyberpunk 2077 has not been delayed till November. I believe November 19th, right?
Didn't I say this was going to happen?
Guys, hey, you know what? You know what day the Xbox One or the Xbox Series X comes out?
Yeah.
November 19th.
Right. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I swear I said this at one point in the last couple of months.
There's that conspiracy theory out there now that everybody's saying, you know, they want this, you know, Xbox Cyberpunk edition to come out with the launch of the game. And some people are saying, oh no, they just, you know, they have to refine it. And I can't remember who I was listening to just the other day. They were like, the game is done. And I think it maybe was a different podcast, but they were saying like, oh, this game is 100% done. We're just working the bugs out. But I'm like, you can't tell me you're working the bugs out on this game when you're saying it's done now in June and you're going to wait till November.
Yeah.
And even the original release date was September. And then they started saying, oh, it's only 60 more days. I'm like, that's not 60 more days. September to November is a lot more than 60 days. And I'm going, do they really need like 3 months to iron bugs out if they said the game is done now? You know? And so I feel like, me personally, I feel like there's something up there. You know, I feel
I think somebody wrote a big check.
A large check.
Yes. Phil came over and unclicked the briefcase, was like, hey, CD Projekt, check this out. You know, look at all this money. Do you see it?
It was more like a convoy of Brinks trucks pulling up.
Hey guys, we need to delay this till the launch of the Xbox. How about that? No, yeah. Originally, the game was set to launch on April 16th. We have already passed that date. The date was pushed back to September for bug fixes and shit, and now it's been pushed back once again to November 19th again for bug fixes. Cyberpunk says that the game is done. They say that all the content for the game is done. They're no longer working on missions or any side quests or anything. They say all that's done. It's already been recorded. The dialogue's recorded. They're just working out the kinks, according to them.
Yeah, so Uncle Phil just said to the team, they were like, look, guys, here's this check. I've got some coupons here. Why don't you just take your team to Tahiti You know, kind of chill there for a couple months.
For a quarter,
It's on
yeah.
me. Use my credit card. When you guys come back, just press the enter button. Boom. That's all you got to do. Easy.
Work on those bugs from Tahiti. You know, we'll give you some Microsoft Surface tablets and take them with you, and you fix them over there.
According to Cyberpunk, they say that the game will be available and it will run on the PS4 and PS5, as well as the current gen Xbox and the Xbox Series X on day one. But that the enhanced version of the game, so the game that's actually made for next gen with the enhanced visuals and stuff, will not be available on day one. That will come at a later date. And with that being said, they did say that if you buy this game now, so like you have pre-ordered it already or whatever on your Xbox, and the game comes out November 19th, and you play it on your Xbox Series X, that is not enhanced for the Series X. So the update for that will come at a later date, but it will be free if you already own the game. So there you go. Personally, I think that kind of sucks, you know, that they have already delayed the game three times now.
Yeah.
And that even if you're gonna play it on November 19th on the new Xbox, you're still not gonna get the actual enhanced version of the game. That means you're probably gonna have to wait another 6 months or whatever till they release the actual enhanced version of Cyberpunk 2077, you know, and then play it to actually get the next gen experience. That's kind of lame in my opinion.
Yeah, because they did say what 2021, right?
Yeah.
Well, they don't know yet when the next. They don't know when the enhanced version will be out. They don't even have a release date for that one. It's not like they're saying, "Hey, wait a week and then we're going to release the patch." It's like, no, there's no news. So it could be a year from now. It could be 6 months from now. It could be next month, the month after the game comes out. I don't know.
Man, this is almost becoming like for the PS5. Like, where's my? I mean, where's that? Why do I need to go get this new Xbox day one?
You don't.
You know,
you fucking
all
don't.
right, I don't. Yeah.
You don't. Not even Cyberpunk is going to be enhanced for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we'll find out next week or in the next couple weeks if you know, whatever Microsoft shows. So I should.
The best place
to
if you have a PC, that's going to be the best place to play Cyberpunk, in my opinion. But yeah.
It would be nice.
I'll be playing my X, man.
What's Mayo doing? He
4K.
just running around a lot.
I was getting interruptions over here.
What the fuck you doing, Mayo? Mayo, you're gonna get the new Xbox to play Cyberpunk?
No.
That beast that he just made right now.
I'm playing that on the PC.
Yeah.
If I get anything that's next gen, it's gonna be a PlayStation.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, like we've all said, you know, we said multiple times, if they're all coming to PC, if all the major titles are coming to PC, then I already have a PC that's capable, you know. So why would I buy the Xbox? Unless I wanted to play in my new place, you know, 50 feet away on my TV. You know?
Come on, you know you want to play Madden in there. You want to play some of that sports ball.
Really long, I guess we'll call it an HDMI cord. I know we use DisplayPort on the PCs mostly, but I'll buy an optional, you know, 100-foot HDMI cord. I'll just run it to my TV and power from my computer.
That's what I do. I mean, fuck. You know what I mean? To run it to this TV, I just use an HDMI cord.
Yeah.
Boom. There you go. Works. All right, guys. Moving on now. The FDA has just approved the first prescription video game. That's right.
Ooh,
prescription
there we go.
video game.
Prescription
Really?
game.
This is for kids with ADHD. That's right. So it says here that Akili Interactive's Endeavor RX, formerly Project Evo, is going to go down in history as the first video game that can legally be marketed and prescribed as medicine in the United States. This comes from the decision from the FDA, which is now authorizing doctors to prescribe the iPhone and iPad game for kids between the ages 8 and 12 years old with ADHD. Apparently it underwent 7 years of clinical trials that studied over 600 children to figure out whether a game could actually make a difference. According to the company's favorite of the 5 studies, the answer is yes. 1/3 of the kids who were treated, quote, no longer had a measurable attention deficit on at least one measure of objective attention. After playing the obstacle dodging target collecting game for 25 minutes a day, 5 days a week, for 4 weeks. That's pretty fucking crazy. They said here, improvements in ADHD impairments following a month of treatment with Endeavor RX were maintained for up to a month. With the most common side effects being frustration and headaches. Seemingly mild compared to traditional drugs, as you'd hope from so-called virtual medicine. They said, that they're still going to do more testing with it, but the FDA I think they already approved it as a prescription thing. So, yeah.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, this is good news.
So they don't have to take medication. I mean, if it helps, that's awesome.
So, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's amazing. We need more games like this. More good news in the gaming industry.
Jesus is over there hoping that Cyberpunk's going to be
Medicine.
FDA approved.
You're right, yeah. You guys prescribe this for me so I can take off 2 weeks off of work?
I need some game therapy.
Maybe. Right?
Yeah. Moving on to more news, among the numerous projects and developments at EA for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, there is a new Battlefield game that is now due to launch in 2021. While the game has yet to be properly unveiled, EA's top studio boss, Laura Miele, shared some of the first details about the game recently. And during EA Play Live 2020, she said that she looks forward to seeing developer DICE once again raise the bar, adding that the team is now making the new Battlefield something that's never been seen before, Gunny. Gunny.
Never seen before? I've never seen it in any of the Battlefield games I've played.
Our studios are taking their crazy, ambitious ideas and making them real, Gunny. They're going to put you in a war zone, Gunny. They're going to drop you out of a fucking helicopter. It's going to be so fucking real, Gunny. They're going to drop you out of a fucking plane.
A fucking helicopter and a plane? Whoa. You know what? So I'm already organizing a review bomb for this game. That's what I'm doing.
Every console generation, DICE has set the bar for excellence in audio and visual presentation. We are creating epic battles at a scale and fidelity unlike anything you've experienced before. It says here a work-in-progress video of the new Battlefield game shows dozens of soldiers charging through an area, and then another sequence showed a character with a very real-looking face. None of these are none of these assets are strictly confirmed to be representative of what the new Battlefield game will offer. However, you can see the footage in the video, blah, blah, blah. It says here, these are all just models of the soldiers they're going to have in the game. But yeah.
I'm not hyped. You're not selling me on this.
EA said that they're releasing this new Battlefield game in 2021, Gunny, instead of 2020, when the new consoles are set to release this year, because they want to take advantage of their larger install base next year.
Aha.
It says here, bringing out Battlefield in 2020, where the new console base is fairly small, doesn't really give justice to the potential of the title. And so that's part of our driver in moving the title into fiscal 22. That's what the management team said.
Yeah, I'll go with a new Battlefield in 2021.
Oh yeah, that's right. Me too. It says here DICE has 2 studios. They have one in Stockholm, Sweden, which is their main headquarters, and they have one in LA.
Yep.
And it says here that DICE LA is now being ran by Respawn co-founder Vincent Pella, as part of his new expanded responsibilities and his recent promotion. Yeah.
Awesome. Dun, dun, it's dun. Where Vince started, actually.
Dun, dun, dun.
Making that Battlefield. No, it was Medal of Honor. Excuse me.
Right.
And then Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And then Battlefield.
He is the king. So yeah, I'm sure he's going to put him in the right direction. So that gives me hope for something that I'll see that's new from Battlefield.
Yeah. Speaking of Battlefield, Battlefield 5 last content update is now arriving in June. That's right. That's right, Gunny. Are you ready to see the last content drop for Battlefield
7.0, I will be there. I will be on the battlefield. This is what I've always seen.
I haven't touched that game in like 2 years, I think.
Yeah, I'm probably right there with you.
I played it 6 months ago.
I've played more Star Wars Battlefront 2 than I have Battlefield.
I think I have too, actually. Honestly, I think I have as well.
It's pretty bad.
I have no more Battlefield friends.
I know Battlefield even added like a whole new, like, I think they've added the Eastern Front, like Japan and all that shit. They've added all those
I
islands
played that. Yep.
Really?
I need to go play that because I haven't even touched that.
I think the last time I played is when they introduced the Battle Royale. I think that was the last time I had played the Battlefield.
Oh, gosh. I didn't even bother with that.
Oh, right.
I played that one time.
Battle Royale, right?
I played that one time. Yeah, they did.
Firestorm or something they called it.
Fire
It
Circle.
was Fire something.
It didn't look that good. I didn't like, the way it was implemented.
Moving on to more news.
More news.
Cyberpunk 2077 says here that when you're hungry in Cyberpunk 2077, Mayo, during a mission, in the middle of a mission, you can stop and eat a hamburger. That's right.
Whoa.
And then what?
Oh, you can just stop and eat a hamburger. It's just whatever. You can do whatever you want.
Does he get fat like they did in was it Grand Theft Auto? Where you
Was that what it was?
I don't know.
Remember that? The more you would run or work out, he would get big muscles, and if you ate bad food, he would get heavy set.
It was almost like real life.
San Andreas, I think it was.
San
Right?
Andreas, yeah.
What if you go to the bathroom? This one for Cyberpunk.
So yeah, they keep thinking of new things to make the game more immersive, and they said that during the middle of a mission, you can stop and buy a hamburger and eat it.
And this is why we are waiting until November now to fix all the bugs of all the new stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the custom genitalia. What is it?
No.
Some options.
No,
it's like I
think what it is they have to put a veggie burger in there, maybe. No?
Yeah, maybe. Fucking veggie burger. But yeah, that's
There's no more news? Oh, that's good.
That's all I have for news, really. Got maybe one more piece of news here. Let me check real quick. Real fucking quick. I'm looking for more Cyberpunk news.
There's a new Crash Bandicoot confirmed, guys. If anybody
like
cares.
a leak or something, right? Like a leak of a picture, right? Or something like that. I think I was reading.
Yeah, I don't know when was the reveal. It is tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. So go to Twitch. No, go to Mixer, guys. Go to Mixer.
Give
Give Mixer some love.
We can talk about it real quick too. I didn't get to see the EA event, but I did hear it's confirmed that Apex is going crossplay.
Oh yeah,
next year.
Yeah.
We can play with some Jonathan Pinpoint Red. He's been getting that Apex practicing over there. He says he's a killer, Jesus. He says he's a killer in Apex.
He's really good. I've been squadding up with him, and it's coming to Switch, Mayo, so you can play with us.
Oh, I could play on the Switch.
On the go.
We should all play on the
driving.
Switch.
That kind of reminds me, actually, Gunny. So one of the Discords I'm in with some friends of mine, that these console players over there, they were making fun of the poor Switch guys. They were like, this game's coming to the Switch. It's going to run like 15 frames a second. And they were calling them potatoes. And so they were like, you can be the Idaho squad and then we're going to kill the Russet squad and all this stuff. And I'm like, you guys sound like a bunch of console snobs over there. And they're like, what are you talking about? You calling us snobs? I said, no. I said, us PC Master Race, we know all about that stuff. But it was just kind of funny because they were making fun of the game, how bad it was going to run on the Switch. I'm like, this sounds awfully familiar. I said, and you guys pick on us all the time.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right, last
Switch.
Last piece of news that I have for you, gentlemen, is the following. The new Harry Potter RPG is extremely dark and it's not made for children, Gunny.
But it's always been made for children.
No, Gunny, no, not this one, Gunny. Apparently, this new leak, which came earlier this week, suggests that the new Harry Potter game is actually not even going to be called Harry Potter RPG or anything. It's going to be called Hogwarts, A Dark Legacy. A Dark Legacy, Gunny.
They're going to underline dark. They're going to be like dark.
Dark.
No, dog. The accent.
Hogwarts. I want to go to Universal Studios now.
All right, listen, Gunny, listen. This person leaked this. Listen, I got all the leaks here, guys, motherfucker. You listen.
Oh, straight from the pipeline.
I work for WB Marketing. They plan this year to show off this game, among others. Here is what I know about the game. It will not be called Harry Potter anything. Instead, it's called Hogwarts, A Dark Legacy. 1. You get to customize your character. It is not super detailed, but the models look good. You can pick a male or a female, and you are a 50-year student at Hogwarts who transfers from another wizard school. I don't know why, but it's a major plot detail later in the game. You play through all the way until graduation, and then in your first year as an Auror, you also get to determine if your character is a Muggle-born, pure blood, or half-blood. That decision will provide unique dialogue and minor quest options. 2. Based on decisions you make regarding your character, Gunny, in the creation screen, determines the house you get sorted into at Hogwarts. 3. Each of the 4 houses has a unique quest line. However, regardless of your house you're in, you cannot side with the villain. That doesn't mean you will make good decisions all the time. We were told that there are major moments in the game that can result in the death of important characters based on your decisions. 4. The game does take place after the Harry Potter series and after his children go to and graduate from Hogwarts. Was told that the main antagonist is not Voldemort, but he is a formidable and a former Death Eater. So there are multiple antagonists in the game, expectations for multiple sequels, and your character has a set last name that everyone will call him or her by. It says here 5. Multiple book characters make appearances, however, they are keeping this under wraps. They say expect Harry Potter to make an appearance at some point. Oh my God, Mayo. Oh my God, mind blown.
It's the Dark Ages.
6.
It does sound roughly sinister. Pretty dark.
6. Skill tree is now robust. 5 different branches to focus your character's magical abilities, as well as perks that can unlock after X amount of points are in a tree. We were shown a perk that allows your character to slow combat for a brief moment. Another perk that allowed you to control monsters for a certain amount of time. There is also good and evil points, Mayo. If you veer towards evil, you can learn more powerful spells. However, you cannot learn any of the major forbidden ones, unfortunately. There is a classroom assignments that have difficult puzzles which can provide significant bonuses to your character. And then number 7 here says, story and combat are a slow burn, but we were told the game builds up to some insane moments. Combat is fluid but relies on timing and tactics. You cannot button mash and win. Your character also has so much energy at any given time. You will fight other wizards, creatures, etc. There is also a duel system for rivals. In non-missions, your character doesn't reload from a previous save. Instead, he wakes up in the infirmary with some temporary negative effects. It says here, a reimagined version of the Nemesis system is used in the Shadow of Mordor games. It's going to be used in this game. It is not as robust as the Nemesis system in the other game in terms of quantity, but instead it is very detailed on the few rivals it generates. It creates rivals for your character. The main rival is randomly generated via this system. He or she will be unique to each playthrough, however voiced by the same voice actors. The rival can be beaten, killed, or made an ally based on the decisions you make in the game, Gunny. Oh my. Oh, fuck. I'm fucking mind blown now. My mind is blown right now.
Halfway through this, Jesus.
I got more lists. I got more, Gunny. I got more. Lots of exploring, Gunny. Lots of exploring. 4 different hubs that are extremely detailed and offered lots of NPCs, interactions, secrets, and quests, Mayo.
Oh, a game with NPCs and quests?
Hogwarts. Cool. Listen, you're going to go to Hogwarts.
Okay.
Hogsmeade, and the Ministry are the 3 that I know of. Not sure what the 4th one is. Most of the game will take place in Hogwarts. However, you will have missions in some surprising locations. And at the end of the game, will take place in London. When you work for the Ministry. Oh, hello, mate.
Hello. Good day, mate. Let's go to London, eh?
Number 10, Gunny, number 10. Says here the game gets extremely dark and it's not made for children, so it won't be a super kid-friendly game. This game is more for the fans who read the books and are now older. Expect a T or possibly M rating for the violence and dark themes.
I'm putting my wallet right now at the screen. Poof.
Listen, Quidditch is in the game and it is very detailed. You can play every year that you're in the school, like every year you're part of the school, you can be part of the Quidditch team, Gunny, and house points are awarded in the game as well. A card game is also in the game, and we were told this is as detailed as Gwent. Oh my, you can play Quidditch and get house points, Gunny? It says here 12. You can play as different characters at some point in the game. I believe it's the main antagonist, but I do not know. It is only for a few missions, and the developers said that they will be very fun and have a big surprise at the end. 13. Missions as the Auror were inspired by L.A. Noir's investigations. However, there isn't many, not sure of the actual amount. And it says here 14. This is for you, Mayo.
Okay.
There are romance options.
Oh, okay. This is a must-buy.
It says here,
this is a must-buy now.
Your character can actually marry someone, and they will be your spouse in the end of the game. There are also companions that can go on missions with you, and you can command. It says here, expect the trailer and then gameplay before August of this year. The game is expected to be released around June of 2021. And this guy said, if you have any questions that he may answer, feel free to ask, and he try his best to answer them. But yeah. This is all leaked from a person that works for WB Marketing, he says.
My question is like, how big is the WB marketing team? I can imagine being that big.
I think he just lost his job.
I was gonna say they probably just fired the whole marketing team and just brought in new people.
They fired everyone.
Leaked the whole entire game. You know, he really leaked everything. He gave a lot of details there. And
so
are you guys excited?
Game that's going to be made by Rocksteady?
Yeah. Yeah, right? It is. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Rocksteady they're making this game.
Mm-hmm. I think we just lost somebody, right?
No, I'm here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'm excited to hear that this game is coming and that it's still being worked on and that it's that detailed. It seems to be pretty big, you know, like from any other Harry Potter game that we've ever played. This seems to be like something completely different, something completely new, you know? And that's kind of a fresh take on the whole Harry Potter thing, you know?
Yeah, interesting.
When you don't even get to see like Harry Potter or his family. It's just you're this new kid who's a fucking wizard in the school or whatever. Like, fuck yeah, dude, I'm in. Mayo.
Yes.
That's it.
I look forward to hear all about it, Jesus. I'll let you play it. I'm not a Harry Potter fan.
What? You don't want to play Harry Potter game?
No, I'm not a Harry Potter fan.
God.
I'm going out and getting a wand tomorrow. Amazon Prime.
What's the hat? The hat thing? My daughter actually, she is a Harry Potter fan, and she has that hat.
What's the hat called, Gunny? Forget his name. Is it like the hat that puts you in?
Yeah, I just saw that on TV.
Is it called the sorting hat? Is it called the sorting hat?
Is that what it is? I forgot.
I don't know, but she has like a big one, like a big replica of it.
Sorting hat. Let's look it up. What's it called? What's this? Yeah, it's called the sorting hat. So it's called the sorting hat. Yeah.
Yeah, that's they're always showing that on TV, but I usually don't have the volume on.
I'm going to type in magic wand on Amazon and see what I find.
Oh, boy.
Let me know how much it is.
I don't want to know what pops up, buddy.
Let's see here. Oh, my.
You're a wizard, Mayo.
Lots of wands you can buy here, Gunny.
I see them at Target all the time too. I'm like, oh, I should get one of those.
If you know what I mean. Oh man, but yeah, Harry Potter RPG. Mayo's gonna be playing it next year.
Cool.
Well, I wonder who's going to pick up WB since they're for sale.
Oh yeah, they are for sale.
Is it $4 billion, something like that? The
I
entire
heard $3
Disney.
billion. I heard.
I'm just saying, Disney buys everybody.
Yeah, Disney probably right. Yeah, fucking Disney, dude.
Disney's probably like, let me look in the piggy bank and see if got any change laying around.
Right?
It's like Disney's like, oh, okay, guys, yeah, we'll buy you. Okay,
All right, I guess
if you guys really want to get bought out, I guess we'll buy you too. Fuck.
So what's gonna happen with like the Batman IP and stuff like that? So if it gets sold, what about the rights for those?
It would all go to Disney.
Becomes
Property.
Disney.
Well,
like Harry Potter,
yes. I don't
Batman.
know the details. Like, you never know. It could be like a Spider-Man situation or something. So yeah, I just don't know enough about it. Like, I'm sure we'll see more articles on it to see how. Yeah, to see if it's all going to go to Disney, right? We're already like determined that we know who's going to buy it.
You know what? I think I'm gonna buy them. You know?
Sure. Why don't you do it? Okay, then you can just release it on PC only. All the games, Fuck those consoles. It's going to PC. Everything.
Yeah, that's all I have for news, guys. Other than that, that's it.
Right.
I want to say something though.
Go
I
ahead.
think you guys are awesome, man. Your community is awesome because, like, I used to play games and stuff, but I never spoke to anybody online and stuff like that. And ever since I met you guys, it's like I like playing games again. And I just wanted to tell you guys thank you very much for letting me be on the podcast, and I've never been on a podcast, so this is awesome. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. No, thanks to you, man, for being part of the community. It's just people like you that
They make it.
yeah, that make it. We're the community. That's why. And then you support us on top of that, dude. You give us, fucking music and shit to use on the show. It's a lot more than most people do. Let's be honest here. Yeah, but we appreciate you, man. No joke.
Appreciate you guys.
You're welcome, Ricky. We appreciate it. Thanks for being on.
Fuck yeah. But anyways, Gunny. Move on.
You know what's next, Ricky?
God.
That hobo console.
Oh
porn.
no.
Let's see. I did not update. Well, I updated some things, but it's still the same crap from last week. Your PlayStation Plus games are Star Wars Battlefront 2. We've talked about that game, and your Call of Duty World War II. Those are your free games for June. Over on the Xbox One, you got Jesus' favorite game, Coffee Talk. He wants to be a barista.
Yeah, I couldn't get him away from that game. That's why he was late today, I'm pretty sure. He was playing Coffee Talk on the side.
Yeah,
I seen his
pretty
Xbox
sure.
profile come up on my PC saying that Jesus was playing Coffee Talk.
Actually, no. No, because I talked to a friend of his, and Jesus was actually down at over at Starbucks, right? His local Starbucks, and I'm like, "What the hell is he doing over there?" He's like, "Oh, they're talking to the barista for 3 hours about this game called Coffee Talk."
Oh yeah, I thought he was trying to get an Emily cup.
You motherfuckers.
Your other Xbox game that's free is that Sin Mora. I'm sure somebody's probably like, "That's how you say it."
I have 2 of those. I don't know.
And over on your featured Xbox Game Pass games are West of Dead. There it is. I even wrote it down, Mayo. God gosh. And The Bard's Tale ARPG Remastered. I wonder if that game is worth downloading.
I'm sure. It just takes a couple minutes of download time.
Too much of the old stuff.
Dude, I'm looking at screenshots from the Microsoft Flight Simulator, new screenshots that people have been leaking. And this game looks so fucking good for an alpha and a beta. It looks incredible, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll have to ask my friend. One of my friends is in the beta testing of that, and he has an i9 and lots of RAM and a good video card and stuff. I'll see what he thinks of it because I know he's been playing it. So, graphically and stuff, and see what he thinks. And he's also a pilot, so he is a pilot, so he knows his planes, he knows all that stuff. So, well, maybe I have to get him on the show here soon. Maybe when it comes out or whatever.
Like I'm looking at screenshots from like the sky and like angling down, like the clouds, the terrain. The shit looks like photorealistic. Like the terrain looks like what you would see if you were in a fucking airplane looking down at the ground. You know what I mean? Like it looks real. It's kind of weird. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, I can't wait to play this on the next gen system.
That's right.
With the graphical enhancements. How long will that take, Microsoft? Come on, bring it. Oh, when is that game supposed to release? Do you know? Have they said?
No.
Well, maybe
delayed
we'll
till November,
week, right? Yeah.
Bro, this is gonna be like a long. I don't even think it's gonna be out this year. I think it'll be out next year.
Yeah, and I wonder too if people are going to be like, "Why the fuck are you bringing it into PC Game Pass on PC first and not the Xbox?" It might be another one of those situations. But moving on over to the evil Epic Store, it's not so much evil. They give so many free games away. Mayo, I went and counted my free games on there. I think I'm up to 90.
Yeah, I said my boy said he had like 100 some.
Yeah, I've got 90.
He did it initially, like right off the rip. So he's had every free game that he came up with. So.
Yeah, I probably missed a few here and there. But your free game this week is called Pathway. Explore the strange unknown with Pathway, a strategy adventure set in the 1930s Great Wilderness. Unravel long-forgotten mysteries of the occult. Raid ancient tombs and outwit your foes in turn-based combat. Sounds awesome. Over on the Steam. Hey, Steam has a free game. It's called Injustice Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition.
Yeah.
And I believe, I want to say Sean Fuller posted it. If not, it may have been somebody else who said it was free on, what was it free on? GOG Store?
Xbox, he said too, right?
I thought he put 360 and I didn't know what that meant. So maybe I don't know. Yeah, it's free in other places as well. But go grab it on Steam. It's the best launcher out there. So I did go and claim that game. That game looks great. Another WB game. Looks amazing. All right. Now, moving on to question of the week. Mayo, what is our question of the week that we have?
Our question of the week. I got to scroll back up here. We got to scroll down. All right. Our question of the week was if we can mix any two games together and make a new one.
No, this was if you would give up video games for life.
Oh, that's right. You know what?
And receive $1 million in cash, tax-free. Or would you refuse the money?
I have the notes, had the old question on there. Oh, I see it. Never mind. You wrote it on there twice. I got her.
Ricky, what would you do? Would you take that $1 million?
I would probably take the money and invest it and buy a video game company.
Yeah, I can't play it, but I certainly can.
I don't know.
Hey, wait, maybe that's the workaround, Ricky. It's my company. I have to do it, right?
Right.
You got to test it.
I have to test it over and over and over again. Yeah.
We make a secret room, so nobody can know.
You go to hell, Ricky. I'm telling you right now, that would end the deal with the devil right there. You'd lose all your money, right?
Yeah. It's a hard one, though, right? I mean, no.
That is tough.
Love games.
It's a long time for no game.
I would think even like the wife, if she found out, you turned down $1 million, get the fuck out. Yeah.
I mean, would you adapt over time? Say after a year of no games, would you just kind of be used to not having them, and it wouldn't bother you so much?
I think you would, but still.
Could you make the first year? That's the question.
No.
Man.
I think that one of our streamers here on Discord, I think he just nailed this question. Val Mayor, bro. I've been watching him stream over on the awesome Twitch app. And he says, I'd probably refuse it because I wouldn't know what to do with $1 million. If I can't spend it on video games, plus streaming games is my passion. I'd be secure for sure. But yeah, I'd be dead inside, so it's not worth it. Right?
I could figure out what to do with $1 million.
I mean, I can go to like Amsterdam and for a month and then not remember my name or what video games are. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think $1 million will get you to the moon and back yet, will it?
No, not yet.
Oh boy. But moving on, what did Sean Fuller say? He says, for $1 million, I'd force myself into a new hobby. Who the fuck wouldn't? I wouldn't, Sean. How about that? He says, unless you were already a millionaire and didn't need more cash to get by. I'm rich, Sean, so I don't need it. All right. I don't need that money. I'm so well off right now.
That just seems like a lot of money for something that they just know, dude. I don't know. I like gaming way too much.
Yeah. Well, Jeffrey Brittenauer, he disagrees with you, Jesus. He says he could retire pretty well on $1 million. So yeah, he'd give it up. He says go back to flying airplanes for that kind of money.
Yeah. True.
You can't. You know what, Jeff? I'm going to add a stipulation. You can't even hear us talk about games. How about that? None for you.
So you can't even hear people talking about games? Like
No, because I think Norm, somebody had put. There's a question down below. We'll get to that in a minute. Kyle Bogg says, I have many hobbies. I don't have $1 million. That is so true. Yeah. I can't hold you there.
We got Suzanne Piper Bauer. She said no. $1 million wouldn't last as long as she had hoped. And after to buy new things to entertain themselves, they'd be broke without video games.
Yeah.
And that would probably be the case.
Yeah.
Be broken inside, right, Susan? Suzanne, for sure. Michael Parlato, $1 million? That's nowhere near a lot of money. Not these days, it isn't. $1 million.
$1 million.
Like I said, like we said a little bit ago, that's Disney's change jar.
Yeah, that dude, the fucking Disney. That's what they have. Like that's what they drop on the ground and like don't even worry about picking it up.
That's what they give to the street handler.
Yeah, whatever, dude. I dropped it on the floor. No big deal. Just leave it there. I don't want to pick it up.
The custodian will get it.
Yeah, that's a fucking tip.
I'm gonna work over.
Yeah. Brian Toll Jr. says, do I have to give up HGP as well? If so, that's not enough. $1 million US is like 1.65 million in Canadian. So yes, I can, and I hope you guys have all the space for my travel trailer in your yard when I come visit.
In Ohio, we got lots of room. He can come over and visit here. Me in Ohio, over here.
Yeah.
I'll park him by a cornfield.
Just cornfield.
Mayo just
spend
gets
the money,
tractor mows down a row of corn. There you go.
We could pull his trailer around with a tractor.
Yeah, save some fuel, Brian. No, he's got $1 million. Make him pay for everything.
The next answer, Clint Bashor, which is Cadillacs. He says like that's plenty enough for me to buy some land and start a cult, like he's always dreamed. There you go.
There's a new hobby for you, Clint, for sure. Jonathan Arcelo says, make it $2 million, and I'm out like a stout.
Nice.
He's gone.
1 million, John. Okay, he's not budging. 1.5 million. No.
Normie,
yeah. Go ahead.
She says, if only 1 million, then probably not. If we say 5 million, then yes, I think that's true. 5 million is a lot more than $1 million. All right, 5 million. Yeah. Okay, now we're talking.
I'm out.
Final answer.
I think I would take
Final
it. If
answer,
I was 5 million, I would take it. I would. There's some fucking listener listening right now. Some fucking millionaire. I'm getting ready to write a check. Get Jesus off this fucking podcast.
That's what you're going to say. These guys off the air. It's in the mail.
Jesus receives a check. Just like I'd send him a message and uninstall.
Turn off the fucking games already. Here's $5 million. Shut the fuck up. Oh man.
We have Joe Brewer. He just says cash, please. He kept it simple.
Yeah.
You didn't have to think about that one.
Yeah. Didn't even think. Yeah, there it is, right there. Just hand it over. Don Bennett says, "Yeah, I'd find a new hobby real quick. I just watch people play on Twitch more often than I already do."
Yeah, it's a way to get around it, right?
I don't know, because Sean says that's like a recovered alcoholic going to a bar to watch other people drink.
That's so true.
But with $1 million, you could buy a
that.
nice Twitch watching TV.
Yeah, very nice TV. A big TV.
Yeah.
I thought me and Don think alike, because I thought of that same thing. I thought, okay, if I take the $1 million, I could still have my Twitch. But I thought, I don't know. What if
more
there's
like
something
Sean,
that...
because then you have to sit and watch it and not play it.
Could you see Cyberpunk coming out and just having me watch the whole playthrough? Just crying every time I got tissue box next to me. I got the money, I can't play the game. I'd be a mess. I'd have to go to rehab. Sure.
You got Daniel Taylor, and he says, only $1 million? No. He's like, that's not enough to give up my core hobby. He's like, think about it, people.
Yeah, put some sense into them, Daniel, for sure. Yeah, these people, what are they thinking? Money's not everything, guys. Andrew, he says, I'd have a hard time finding a new hobby, but yes, I would take the cash. It's a small sacrifice to pay off debt and take care of the kids. Priorities, okay.
This is too logical. Nice. He is way too logical. That says no. No, you know what, Andrew?
You can't have the money.
Fuck
right?
that.
How about that? You don't qualify for this contract.
You're thinking
his kids can't play the games either.
You're thinking too responsibly for this shit. No.
Hold on. I think somebody has access to his Facebook and comments.
Oh shit!
You know, the wife was over there like, you're going to put that? No, you're not. Okay, this is what you write right here. Hobby.
I think Ricky's right.
Hold up, wait. A PS5 is coming out, right? So, yep. He's going to get points for that.
New Witcher comes out, John. Or Andrew, what do you do? Huh? Cyberpunk, you're not going to be able to play it. Now what?
Damn. That's sad. Anyways.
One more from Mojo Red. He just says that no, he couldn't do it. That's it. That's all for the questions, guys. Thank you so much for answering. Appreciate it. Man, what do we have for next week?
Gunny, why don't we change it up this week? And for next week, let's do questions from the community again.
Absolutely.
We'll post up in Facebook.
Yeah.
We'll get some voices heard, and we'll see what kind of questions we can answer next week.
Sounds good to me, guys. So let's do that.
All right.
I'm
Sounds
post
good.
on Facebook here.
Anyways, with that being said, you could find me on everything as Jesus Walks Lot. I'll be playing some more Last of Us 2 on the PlayStation, and some Titanfall 2 for sure this week on the Steam machine. Got that downloaded now. And hopefully my VR, if I could get it to fucking work. God fucking shit, dude. Damn it. Sucks. But yeah. Anyways, I'm done.
All right. Go find me over in the Xbox. Everything else, Gamertag, Gunny Chief. Add me on there. And over on the PlayStation playing The Last of Us 2, HGP_Gunny. Mayo?
Oh, yeah. You can find me, pretty much obviously on Steam. Like that's the first and foremost place. And you can find me on Steam, Twitch, Origin, all those fun places. Even the Evil Epic Store is the Mayo one. And you can just go find me on Discord as the Mayo. So trying to keep it as simple as possible. And what about you, Ricky? Where can we find you at over there?
Yeah. On Xbox, I'm Riker Jones. And that's pretty much where I play all my games online. And if you want to check out my music, just look me up on Facebook or on Instagram, and it's my name. It's Ricky Alfaras, Alfaras.
Awesome.
Right. Ricky.
Yeah.
Thank you for being on the show. Thank you for the music, Ricky. And go listen to his music, people. He has some pretty cool music. I listen to your music. I see it all the time.
I write you a song, man.
Oh.
Sweet.
Oh, my. Anyways, with that being said, peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll catch you all on the next week's edition of the Horrible Gamers Podcast. We're out of here. Peace out. Good night. And go play some more Last of Us, people. Go right now. Right now. Quit your job. Go play Last of Us 2.
Get a prescription for it first.
It's an FDA-approved drug. We love you. Bye.
Good night. Good morning.